Greetings, travelers, and welcome back to FableForge RPG Wednesday night, Hearts of Shadow Live, here with these amazing players and all of you awesome viewers. Just quick reminders, as always, social media, YouTube, really trying to build those up and find some new friends and share the love. So if you haven't done so yet, check those out and spread the word. That would be wonderful of you. I haven't talked about Carmen at Porzio art in quite a while on these opening announcements, so I wanted to talk about her a little bit. She is the amazing artist behind the character portraits that you see in front of you for these player characters, and also the ones for Odyssey of Dragonlords on Friday night. So please check her out. She has a banner on the scrolling overlay here, a link down below, but if you prefer to type it in, you can find her on Twitter and Instagram at Porzio_art. So check her out. She's amazing to work with. Very, very fair, very talented. So yes, awesome. Last but not least, before we start tonight, Friday night we are coming back in with Odyssey of the Dragonlord since we had to take last week off because I had to work. So be sure to come join us 8 p.m. Central Time Friday night for our Greek Mythos type campaign. Totally different set of players, totally different feel of the campaign. It'd be great to have you with us there as well. So, and I kept one eye on my overlay to make sure that you can all hear me, and it looks like you can. So if you can't, please let us know. That all being said, I have no other announcements. I haven't checked in with players for a while. Do y'all have any announcements? Because I know most of you are streamers. Someone's starting a new campaign and starting their own little streaming journey. Does anybody want to talk about anything before we jump in?
I'll go.
Okay.
I am not currently a streamer, but I am about to start my first stream. One of my paid D&D games, we're going to be transferring to stream, and then hopefully after that launching a new stream game as well. Like the other FableForge campaign, it is set in a Greek-inspired setting. This is a homebrew setting of my own creation, centering around a homebrew race of demigods. So most of the players have some sort of connection to a god. Most of them are blood related to a god. So if you want to be on that journey with me, go ahead and follow twitch.tv/drachmae and demigods. I'll put it in the chat as well. And follow me on Twitter at drachmae demigod.
I got you. I'm dropping it in the chat. If I type it right.
Ciao.
I need a shout out thing. I really need to get better at the whole Twitch streaming chat thing.
The setting up the bots, I can help you with that.
I mean, I have bots. It's just I never update or do any of the cool shit with them
Because
because I know I'm so focused on this. I need so many helpers. I need the money to pay them, so I just need to win the lottery, and then everything will be well. Mitch, do you have anything? I know you got a lot going on always.
Yeah, so Penny for a Tale Network, of course, has 15 shows coming up between podcasts, our two channels, Penny for a Tale and Weave the Tale. Most of them sponsored, so you can check it out and definitely make sure to watch and support because the creators definitely are entertained and enjoy that. More specifically, I will be running a sponsored by Riot Minds game of Trudvang Chronicles, a Celtic mythical game from Sweden. So that'll be really cool. If you ever checked out Lexicultum, which was a Kickstarter, I think about last year, it's kind of in the same vein as that. So definitely apply if you are ever interested in getting into the biz and such like that. It's going to be a really fun game, definitely dark, snowy, and horror. Other than that, End Times, the Kickstarter, TTRPG is currently on Kickstarter if you're interested in traveling through time and fixing the past and saving the future. Definitely check that out. That is one of the Penny for a Tale supported Kickstarters going on right now. We got a couple coming up, so just check out Penny for a Tale and keep up to date. We love you, and I'm excited to go kill things.
Awesome. I get a very Quantum Leap feel from that description you just put out there. Which I love Quantum Leap, so it's awesome.
Yeah, that's a lot of fun.
Shabes, Lexi, do either of y'all have anything?
I don't have anything.
Okay.
I have something that's not as exciting, but a little bit smaller. I'm having my first year streamiversary coming up on the 22nd. I will be doing my first 24-hour stream. We're just going to hang out and try and stay awake as best as possible. So feel free to follow Shabesy_shark on Twitch. and hang out with us on the 22nd. At any time of day, we will be up for 24 hours. I'm insane.
That is insane. I did 4 Extra Life. Me and Austin and Ari from the other campaign. We did a 24-hour Lost Mine of Fandelver from beginning to end. And it took us literally right at 24 hours to get through the whole thing. But I tell you, I was so exhausted by the end of that. Like, I literally happy cried. Because they finished it, and because it was over, and because it was successful. It was amazing, but it was so hard. So, good luck. Hydrate, stretch, and make sure you have snacks. I mean, you always have snacks. Shapesy always has
Always.
snacks.
That's our whole stream. I've done a 12-hour before, so it'll just be a little bit more of a stretch than that. 12 more hours.
Yeah, I mean,
Nothing.
nah, fine. Everything's fine. All right, awesome. So, even though Lexi doesn't have any announcements, go check her out. Lexi, is it Lexi Monster TV?
It's Lexi Monster TV on Twitter and Instagram, but on Twitch it's just Lexi Monster.
Beautiful. She does a lot of Dead by Daylight and
Yes.
like scary spooky games, which is really, really interesting, especially because she has such an adorable voice. It's like an awesome contrast. So, and she's on there pretty frequently, so check her out there as well, please. All right. Yeah, Yanzam knows about the 24 hours. Oh man. Okay. Yeah, that's it. So, with all of that being said, we're going to jump into tonight's session of Hearts of Shadow and play some D&D. Let me get some ominous music. Okay. So, my friends, you are smack dab in the middle of the corrupt, twisted Darkwood. You've come across many encounters along the way, very interesting individuals, crazy experiences, and a lot of damage and mental discombobulation has occurred. Ending last session, you're probably in the early hours of what would be day 3 if there were a sun out at all. Lexi, listen to me. Lorelei had a bit of an experience with an ancient tree, which had a little bit of conflict between Seraia and Sofiane.
I don't know what you're talking about. It wasn't conflict. I kicked his ass. Continue.
Following this ass kicking, you encountered the individual who wanted you to destroy this tree, did combat with them, and then buried them here in this. We did some corruption checks last time, some madness checks. I think those all resolved by now. I'm not sure. If you remember them, feel free. Honestly, it's been a hell of a week, so I can't remember. But we're going to pick up with you all. Your bear friend has left. So all 4 of you are traveling here in the dark road. Remember, if you don't have dark vision, you can't even see this hand in front of your face without a light source. The snow has left for now. It's still bitterly cold, especially compared to the warmth of the area around that ancient tree. The snow is piling up several feet high on either side of the road now. The road itself is starting to get covered pretty thickly, so that you would have to kind of dig down to see the mud. It's going to be a little bit harder to navigate. It is cut through the trees, but there may be some places where you have to try and find your way. So, trudging through the snow, Sofiane, I'm assuming with torch out, you're making your way here on the 3rd day of your journey through the Darkwood to try and save the individuals from Rebalka and the Moon Shard at your final destination on this journey, Adric's Folly. So, you have the scene. Is there anything you would like to do before you continue on your journey here in the early hours of the 3rd day?
To keep moving. We are on a timetable.
I agree.
We're on snow.
I don't want to stay here for any longer than we have to, especially after killing this thing. I don't know if they had any friends.
I assume that all of their friends are dead, considering the forest used to be its friend, based on what you told us.
Maybe, but it might have made some new bad friends.
Eh, I'm sure they don't care as much as it didn't about anything else.
Well, regardless, we should keep going before we lose more time.
Nice jog, perhaps.
Okay. So you continue along the road. I need a d20 from somebody.
I'll do
Oh.
it.
Sammy does it.
That's a 5. Bye, guys.
Okay.
No, for all we know, lower numbers are good.
Rocks fall. Okay.
Only
so
5.
whoever is taking point, or people that are taking point, I need perception checks and survival checks.
I am in the middle because I can't see.
I'm in the back, so it's probably Lorelai and I. Lorelai in the front, me in the back.
Yeah. Well, Sofiane's also in the front with his torch. I'd be in the
Yes.
middle with Brian.
Well, I am in the back, so I will
Can't
make
see
a check.
shit.
It's a 15 perception. And survival, you said?
Correct.
Wait, do we all
15
have to do it?
perception and
No, whoever's in
7
the lead.
survival.
Whoever's in the lead, perception and
Oh,
survival.
the lead.
Yeah, whoever's taking
I'm watching
point.
our 6.
Yeah, I'm.
Okay,
I
that's
mean,
good to
I'm-
know for you as well.
Yeah, I'm one of the leads with a perception of 3 and a survival of 10.
Okay, I'll
Okay.
make one.
You're welcome.
I'm just here.
Yep.
Perception of 14 and survival of 21.
All right. So let's see here. You continue on this path for probably a good 4 to 5 hours. Sporadically, you'll hear the sounds of disturbing beasts, or even cackling, almost humanoid, coming out from somewhere in the darkness. Lorelai, you sense so the wind's been coming directly upon you the majority of the time. The road begins to turn towards the west, and so it begins to come from your right hand side. But here in the 5th, the 6th hour, the wind blowing is much more violent. It's much more rapid and aggressive, with bursts of activity, and with it you're getting much colder air and bits of snow flurries coming off. You begin to sense that you are rounding the corner in the road that starts to approach and curl directly around the Spears of Arnut, the mountain range to your north. While you discuss what to do with this information, I need everybody to give me a wisdom saving throw.
Love that.
Buff.
15.
7.
17.
Okay.
7.
Sofiane, you and me again, baby.
Yeah. We eat people now.
The game is just pushing you two together.
Yeah, you
To
two are gonna
cause
have to love
conflict.
story now. It's gonna be an enemies to lovers.
Confirmed.
Ooh, I don't know if Soraya's ready for
Yeah, Seraia,
something.
kid, send her to an orphanage. That's
Sophia. Sophia's our ship name.
Sofiane.
Sophion, yes.
Find an orphanage, drop her off, lock the door, have fun, education and stuff. Go to college.
All right. So, I need both of you to roll me a 1d10.
Nothing ominous about that.
Cool.
That's a 5.
What was that? I got 10. No, wait. Yeah,
Yep.
10.
Yeah.
E. Do I win?
Okay.
Something.
So, since this has happened to you before, Sofiane, I don't need to sneaky private message it, you once again find yourself surrounded by visions of people you know, Mayor Igor attacking you, assaulting you, and once again you lose your ability to see.
Fuck!
That torch does nothing.
I know. I'm just gonna be like, all right, I'm
She
stopping.
turns around.
I
Brian,
can't
don't
see."
stop putting my torch out.
And you rolled a 10, so that's for 10 hours.
Oh,
God!
Oh, it hurt.
brutal.
Oh,
Position. I'm
no.
sleeping soft. Like,
I felt
God.
that one in my gut.
Oh God.
I felt that
See-
one in my eyes.
Seeing Sofiane begin to lash about wildly and his face contorts in frustration and fear, and then you can tell he's being afflicted by the same malady as he was earlier in your journey. You start to jump at shadows, Seraia. You begin to hear things, and then your mind starts to ache. Not at your head, but it's like a reverberated energy. It just begins to twist and echo throughout your mind, and everybody else sees Seraia start spinning around wildly, looking up into the pitch black sky, looking down at the ground, waving her hands out at enemies you can't see, and then drop to the ground. Seraia, you are unconscious.
Okay.
And the one.
Am I at 0
who
hit
can
points or just
carry
unconscious?
You are unconscious.
Oh.
Nothing my periapt of wound closure will do about that.
Unfortunately not, friend.
Love that. Love that. Dang.
I kind of look at Lorelai. Lorelai, I can't see anything. What in the hell is going on? Why is Sofiane
you
waving his
don't
torch
wa-
around?
You don't want to know. Sofiane, are you okay? Is there
No,
like
I can't fucking see, and I hear things and all these noises, and I'm about to stab a bitch. Where?
well,
Oh.
Seraia would be behind us, right?
When do we
30
learn
feet
that he
behind.
just- she just
That
walked
that is correct.
Would we have heard her drop?
Probably, since there's a lot going on, you start seeing Sofiane freaking out. It wouldn't be too far a stretch to have you be looking around, trying to figure out what's going on, and then see Seraia acting strangely as well before he falls unconscious.
Sofiane, you stop for a second. Stop
Okay.
moving. Okay. So Seraia fell over. I don't know if she tripped. I'm gonna go check on her, but
Okay,
you
you
stay.
go get Seraia. I'll go hold on to Sofiane so that he doesn't lose a limb trying to
Okay.
battle shadows, and then I'll walk over towards Sofiane's torch and grab the torch from him and just like put a finger on his shoulder so that he knows where. Okay, Sofiane, this is Brian. Just to let you know, I'm
It's a
going.
finger. Like the opposite of comforting. A finger is never used for comforting or guiding. It's used for the most god-awful things.
What?
Or very personal and intrusive things. Why are you touching me with just your finger?
What?
Oh God. Just like I'm fine. Ugh.
Okay, I'll go over to Seraia and I don't want to touch her, but I'll just kneel on the ground next to her and be like, Seraia, wake up, are you okay? I don't want to touch you. Just blink twice if you're okay. Does anything happen?
You get no response.
No response. Fuck.
Lorelai, what's happening with Seraia?
I think she's knocked out. I don't.
Can you drag her over here?
I don't want to touch her, but I guess if
She's
it's for her own-
unconscious. It is for her
Okay.
protection. I'm sure she will forgive us.
Oh, I hope so. Seraia, I'm sorry for doing this without your consent, but I'm gonna take her wrists and like grab her wrists and drag her through the snow towards Sofiane and Brian. Very gently.
You got it. It's pretty easy with the snow being so slick.
And Seraia being so late.
Yes, that doesn't hurt.
Okay. I think I have a general plan. Sofiane, you can still hear, yes?
Oh shit.
Well, at least we have one thing. Okay. Why don't we try this? Since Sofiane, you cannot see at the moment, and we don't know when your vision will come back. I will hold the torch and be near you. Can we have you carry Seraia, and I will just pull you forward by like a rope or something? We'll make like a little harness or something, and I could just leash you along, and you carry. Because Seraya's unconscious, and we don't know when Seraia is gonna wake up.
Why don't I do the normal thing, and why don't one of you guys hold my hand?
No lie.
Do you want us to hold your hand?
Yeah,
or
I don't
do
want to be
you-
tied to you guys, because if something happens to you or something happens to me, we're fucked.
Oh yeah, that's true. I don't want to get separated in the snow, so I mean, I'll hold your hand if you want me to. But are you gonna have a free hand if you're carrying Seraia?
Yeah, Seraia's like a little baby.
But I didn't know how you were going to carry her. Are you gonna like carry her like in your
I will-
Over the
arms, over your
shoulder.
shoulder? Okay.
Yeah, over the shoulder, one hand holding yours. We got this. Or I can just drag her by her leg.
Okay, maybe
No,
don't drag
per-
her because I think she
preferably
might never
carry.
wake up.
Okay, I'm gonna lay Seraia in front of you, and then I will. Do you want me to help you pick her up and put her
No,
over your
I
shoulder?
got it.
Okay,
Got it.
and I'll lay Seraia out as best as I think
Yeah.
that he'll be able to pick him up.
Sofiane will get his backpack and like his bag and like start shuffling around and get his quill and ink and start like, okay, where's that face?
I'll like slap it away from him, and
Get some mud.
it's all snow, Sofiane. Her skin is like snow anyway. I don't know why you're attempting.
Trying to
this.
write on it.
Her face?
Yes.
No.
Oh.
Eventually, you see this disgusting combination of snow and mud kind of mixed together to this like brown paste, and a couple little feathers poking out along with Soraia's hair.
All right, that feels good. All right, I'll just kind of roughly like toss her over my shoulder, holding onto her like arm, like her leg, and then just like flop it over. I'm like, all right, let's go.
I'm gonna say, wait, Sofiane, is this like before when you couldn't see in the middle of the night? Like you can't see at all?
Yeah, I'm not a professional at blindness, but this feels very much like the blindness of before.
In comparison to all of us, I think you are the professional of blindness.
Yeah, I mean,
What?
you have been more blind than the rest of us. Like
You are the professional
time-wise.
amongst us.
I guess
Although-
I'll take it. Let's just. Oh my god. Let's
I
just
mean,
go.
well, no, I'm asking because I might be able to fix it, but I don't know if I can. I can try, but I don't know if it'll work because I don't know what's causing your blindness.
I say try it.
Do you want me to try?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm
think I
going
have-
to touch Sofiane on the shoulder and cast Lesser Restoration.
Okay. Double check something real quick here.
Double check. Double check.
All right. So, how are you doing this?
How am I doing this?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to hold on. Let me look at the spell. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to just go step in front of Sofiane while he's obviously blind, and I'm going to take my hands and put them on. Be like, I'm gonna touch you on the face. Okay, don't panic. I'm touching you. I'm touching you right now. I'm gonna touch him on the cheeks and I'm gonna cast it, and be like, please work.
Okay. So, as you channel this energy, you get these small tendrils of sap-colored arcane glyphs that rise up around his cheeks and then crisscross over his eyes in an interlocking, beautiful fashion. Sofiane, you feel the warmth of Lorelai's hands, contrasting sharply against the cold wind against your face, and then the warmth travels up into the back of your mind and towards your eyes, and you can see again.
Did it
Holy
work? Can you
Lord
see me?
glory, I can see.
Oh my
Holy
god, I can't
hell.
believe that worked. I thought thought you were gonna be blind forever.
I didn't think that, but I thought.
Well, I
I
don't know why you stopped
significant.
being blind before, so I assumed this time that you were blind again, and it might last like forever this time. It was like a fluke that you got your vision back before.
Oh man, this is Lorelai. Thank you so much. Give me that torch back. Let's do.
You're welcome.
Give Sofiane the torch.
Should we try to wake up Seraia?
I don't know why Seraia. I don't know why she passed out. She just hit the floor. I heard her, and then she's gone. Like I don't know if she got hurt. I don't know if like did like a pine cone fall out of a tree and hit her on the head. Like
Yeah, I'm
Let
gonna
me
cast
try.
Wet Lily. Just-
Let me try prestidigitation with kind of like salt smells under
Smells.
Soraia's nose as Sofiane is holding her.
Okay. So you summon forth the arcane, pungent, acrid smells of smelling salts and direct it towards Soraia's nose. And after several seconds, you notice it's not having an effect.
is she breathing?
I'm
Can you
gonna
tell?
try and check for Soraia's pulse.
Is the Wet Willy doing anything?
No, your wet willy's doing nothing.
Go ahead and give me a medicine check, Elbrion.
Medicine, medicine. Where is my medicine? That is a 15.
Okay. She is quite obviously breathing, and it is fairly easy to find. She has a pretty strong life pulse.
Were you holding your breath that entire time?
I'm committed to the bit.
Method acting.
Well, she's breathing.
I mean, I don't see any wounds on her. So
Maybe something's keeping her asleep. I don't know what that could possibly mean.
maybe
You know,
she's
my
stepped
brothers
on
used to do
something.
this, and I'll like put my hand over her mouth and close her nose.
What are you doing? You're gonna actually suffocate
Well,
her.
I'm not gonna do it for more than like 10 seconds, okay?
Oh, she's
Hopefully.
brain
It's been
damage.
7.
After 10 seconds, you don't see any effect.
Is she just sleeping? Like, do we think she's just sleeping? Did something like knock her out?
I say if in like the next 10-ish minutes she's still not showing any signs of improvement in terms of awakeness, we should probably try some more things, but I think we should just keep going in the meantime.
Okay, because I mean, she doesn't. Do you see any cuts or anything? I mean,
She
I
looks
don't-
fine.
okay, I don't think she got injured when we fought that thing, but I mean,
Can I try telepathy mind talk with Seraia?
Yes, I'll hold up Soraia's head.
You
Just
can try.
drops her
Sure.
and just like grabs her.
Yeah, like, all right, mine.
mind meld.
So I'm gonna try and see if I can reach Seraia. Are you in there? Knock knock.
No response.
Seraia. Knock knock. Supposed to say who's there?
Nothing.
Nope, I'm not reaching her, y'all.
At all? Is her mind gone? Is she just
I
an
mean,
empty
it just-
shell?
No, it just means that she's asleep and she cannot
Oh.
respond.
Okay. Well, I guess we just keep going. I mean, I don't know if I don't want to use a healing spell if she doesn't need healing. So
Yeah, I don't think so. Can I? I could try doing one on her.
I mean, if you want to, you can try it. But she has that necklace that saves her, right? The really cool one.
Yeah.
And I didn't do anything. But I don't know. Maybe it doesn't work. Then maybe she already used it today. I don't remember.
I don't know if it has use. I don't remember if it has uses or not.
I mean, you could always try. But we are getting close to the mountains, so I don't want to stay.
Let's wait 10 minutes and
Okay.
keep walking. Sofiane,
Okay.
you got her.
Yeah, it's like a.
Please don't drop her. I don't know if she has brain damage right now, and that's why she's like this. I
I'm not
just
gonna drop her. She's
Okay.
pretty lightweight.
okay. At least she's warm with that armor. I mean, I'd be worried if she was passed out and couldn't
Yeah.
regulate her own heat in this cold.
True.
All right, let's keep going.
Do it.
All right.
And
Go ahead. You're gonna say something?
I was gonna say maybe we should be in a group. Let's not separate right now, with one of
Agreed.
our party members down. All right, so we'll walk on as a group.
All right. Real quick, a note. Going through your character sheet, Brian. Remember that one of your features is that you have advantage in all wisdom and charisma saving throws.
Oh.
That's kind of
I
important.
think I have charisma. I don't know why I wouldn't have.
That's a pretty.
Yeah, I have
fucking good
charisma.
feature.
I don't have wisdom in here.
Well, it says so on your Foundry character sheet, so you can double check D&D Beyond if you like.
Okay.
It's your telepathic insight feature. Also, when you're using your telepathy, it does note one of the limits, since there is no language requirement, is you can only relay simple ideas and concepts.
Okay.
So roleplay that as you will.
Got it.
And 30 feet limit. Okay.
Right.
So, Sofiane carrying Seraia on his back, you continue walking onward. Let's see, it's been, I want to say it was about 2 hours in the beginning, it's been 5 or 6 hours, so you're getting close to the point of exhaustion, trudging through this thick snow and mud. The wind coming off the mountains especially is taking a toll on your bodies. When you begin to start feel that fatigue set in, here 30 minutes, maybe an hour after Seraia became unconscious. What you said did you want to do something after 10 minutes?
Yeah, we wanted to potentially
Okay.
try to heal her.
Okay, well, she's definitely out for 10 minutes.
Okay, I will try and cast healing word at first level. Cost healing for 6 points.
Okay. You summon forth the healing energy, you push it out towards Seraia's body. No effect.
It didn't do anything, did it?
No.
Oh gosh. I mean, so that means she's not dying, right?
Yeah, I assume so.
Maybe she's really just asleep. Maybe she was just so tired.
Maybe.
All speculation. All we can do is just move on. I've
Yeah.
tried all the expert tactics, and I know how to wake someone up.
Well, I don't want to hurt her to wake her up.
Which is why I'm just gonna shove off the table the more advanced stuff. But
It's probably for the best.
let's just trot on, and hopefully, Seraia wakes up.
Hopefully. I don't think we'll find a doctor anywhere soon.
If anything, we're heading towards more danger and less doctors.
Yeah, true.
Unless the Drow have doctors.
I mean, we do have doctors, but I don't know if these Drow will be nice doctors.
Yeah.
Maybe the kind of dead doctors.
I mean, they
If-
were wanting slaves, so potentially, worst comes to worst, we sell Seraia and they'll take care of.
No, we are not selling Seraia.
I do it in
if
jest.
truly need be, assuming we will be headed towards where the underdog is, I might have some connections for healing if we need it at that point.
Okay.
Among the Drow, or who you got connections with Underdark?
Not important. And I start walking.
Okay, let's keep going.
Let's do this.
As the conversation ceases, you hear the sound of crying overhead, like a person, somewhere distant. And then a scream of pain that traverses across the path above you from left to right. And you sit there and listen in the darkness, not being able to see whatever this is as it disappears to the north.
So
no light?
it's in the sky above us? Like,
Seems that way.
Like up. Oh god. That sounded like it came from above us. Like not the trees. Like maybe the flying things that the little thing warned us about. Maybe we should take a couple steps off the path and hide
Yeah.
just to be safe. I mean that was I don't
Anytime you
think
hear
that.
baby crying, you just move off to the side.
Yeah. Well, just go. We'll pick some big trees and we'll hide behind them.
Okay. Give me a stealth check and a survival check. Survival to find a good place. Stealth check to hide.
For everybody? Or for
wait.
just one of us?
Well, for everybody besides Seraia.
Hold on.
And
I'm going to use my action to cast Pass Without a Trace before everyone hides
Okay.
with my thing without using any charges.
You got it.
So that
Oh,
gives
good. I
you
need it. 17.
an extra plus 10 to your stealth.
yeah, 25 for stealth and 18 for survival.
Oh, I got it.
Do I get like a
Okay.
+1 for Seraia? Like the whiteness, active camouflage with the snow?
Probably not, unfortunately. That's a good thought, though.
I think
Good
it's
thought.
like wear it like a cape.
I didn't go there. What? I'm rolling so awful. I got an 8 for survival.
Okay.
So let's just hide in the trees and then leave after that.
Double check something here. All right. So you dart off the path as quickly and quietly as you can. You find yourself in a copse of trees with rough bark, and they seem to have been scratched by something relatively recent past, the last couple of days. Deep gouging marks, almost like claws or perhaps multiple serrated blades, tore through the trees in this very vicinity. You pause and you listen and you watch, waiting to hear any further sounds from above or any dangers that encroach upon you from around. Lorelei, you with your vision especially. To the south, away from the road. In the distance, you see a dim light, almost like the light from around a door crack, around the edges of a door. It's faint. It's probably a couple 100 feet off, but your sensitive eyes can pick this up.
Okay. I'll whisper very quietly and be like, I see a little bit of a light. It's still pretty far off, but I don't like it.
Sneak up on it.
I don't. Is the light like moving or is it just like stagnant?
No, it's static.
I mean, it's not. It looks like when you're like closing a door to like a dark room, but there's like a light room on the other side, and the door is like has that line of light around it. That's what it looks like.
So it's possibly a door?
Possibly, I don't know. Is it? Did you say it was
Hopefully.
on the road or was it like further into the forest?
No, it's further into the forest.
Oh.
And it's actually a little bit raised up. Like maybe it's on a little bit of a hill or something like that. Or floating. Who knows?
So it could very possibly be a house in the woods, like a cottage, because it looks like a door, but I don't.
Let's be fair. It's a witch, and they're gonna eat us. But I still want to investigate it. Maybe we can take out said witch.
Or maybe they could heal Seraia. Does anyone have a firstborn child they would like to offer up?
I'm not a firstborn.
Okay. Do we, as a group, do we want to investigate or do we want to leave?
We should
I
stay
see.
as a group just in case.
Well, yeah, for sure. I say we go investigate.
At a distance?
Yeah, if anything, if there is stuff in there, maybe there's more healing potions. Even if we can't necessarily wake up Seraia, we can have extra gear to take along.
Yeah, but I mean, if it is like a cottage or something with like lights, there's got to be someone inside, right?
Possibly muffins.
I don't want the
Muffins?
forest muffins.
I'm hoping.
All right. Well, I think regardless of what is there, we should, and we've all kind of agreed to go and investigate.
Okay. But I think before we get too close, we should, maybe leave Seraia somewhere. Like, get up there and then don't bring her into the danger, because I wouldn't want us to like have to fight something and then she somehow gets injured because we like just put her on her ass in the middle of the fight. You know?
All right, we go find a tree.
You mean, are you gonna string her up in the tree?
No, just put her by the tree so she's
Okay.
sitting down. Like,
Okay,
what the
I
hell,
didn't-
Lorelai? God damn.
I never know with you. I never know what your mind is gonna make up for things.
Oh god, that was terrifying.
Okay, so we'll go investigate, but stay like maybe 50 feet away from the light.
Yeah, put Seraia just like next to a tree. Okay. Yeah, enjoy it. Cross the hands, cross the legs, frizzle the hair. There we go. All right, goodbye. Let's do this.
Well, I want to take her with us to investigate, but don't leave her close to the road just in case someone comes and decides they want Seraia for a snack.
That's fine. I was just gonna leave her here and we can investigate, come back.
Well, let's take her to like 50 feet away from the light and then see if we can see anything. And if it seems interesting, maybe go closer. And if it seems dangerous, let's leave.
All right, come on, Seraia.
Okay. So, beginning from several hundred feet away, you creep quietly through the dark forest around you. As you get closer, within about 100 feet or so, Lorelai, you, again with your sensitive vision, you see that rising up upon a small hill, there is a very large, pale stone structure. It appears to be almost a temple of some sort, with the stones carved expertly and shined and polished. There's a set of stairs leading up to this large double door in the front, from behind which you see the light coming through around the edges. These stairs, 5 or 6 of them, it's hard to gauge at this distance, but they seem large. They seem tall, comparatively speaking. To the left and to the right, the trees have been cleared out from around this hill a bit, and you see and hear nothing else except for this solitary structure standing like almost like a crypt in the middle of this pervasive darkness.
Okay. I mean, it looks, I know you guys can't see that well, but to me it looks like I mean, it's a very big building. It looks almost like a church or a temple. But it's all made out of stone, which is really weird. And the stones are they're big. Like the stairs are big. I don't know. They're it's just a big building. So I don't see anything else though. But it does look like there's light on inside.
Well, let's check it out. Let's go inside.
Wait, are there any footprints? around that you can
Uh,
see.
Can I see any footprints in the
Give
snow?
me a survival check.
Survival. Where is that? Please be good. Oh, that was almost good. That's a 7.
Glancing around quickly, you see no obvious footprints in the snow around you, but you are wise enough to know that if anything came longer than 2-3 days ago, you probably wouldn't see it anyway because of the persistent snowfall you've been having.
I don't see any footprints, but it has been snowing like constantly, so that's probably why. But I don't see any fresh ones at the very least. Not from here anyways. I don't know if we want to get closer and look before we just march up those stairs.
Once again, from south to north in the sky above you, you hear crying and screams of fear and pain traversing across the infinite blackness above.
Oh god. Oh, did you guys hear that?
Yep.
Oh. Maybe we shouldn't bother. Maybe we need to keep going.
I think we should
Maybe.
just keep going.
I think if we keep hearing it, the only safe place might be at this mausoleum.
Well, yeah, but I don't know what
That
kind
doesn't
of
stop
place
anything,
this
though.
is. Like, we could be walking into a trap. Everything in this forest is a fucking trap besides that tree. And even that in itself is a trap.
If everything's a trap, in any way we move forward, we're going to be walking into a trap.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
at least if we go forward, we'll be making more progress towards our goal.
I don't
Because
know
I
if
think
we.
that those screams are the villagers. That's what I feel deep inside, is that those are the screams of the people that we're supposed to be rescuing dying. You know, like that little thing said that they were carrying the villagers in those stone creatures, and they were flying through the sky. That's like all I can think of, is that those are the people we're supposed to be saving, and they're dying right now. That's 2 so far.
And we could do something about it.
Let's go
Okay.
forwards then.
So go forwards on the road.
Or
Well-
slightly off the road.
Well, I meant we could attract their attention and deal with them in the hopes that we save a
We can't
civilian.
do it without Seraia.
We can't really move forward without Seraia either. The closer we get to the Drow, and we got our ass kicked with us 4. It's not going to
Let's
be
keep-
very good with 3.
Let's keep sneaking forwards. If we get close enough to a point where we feel like we need Seraia, we can try waking her up again. But I don't think that we should be waiting for her to wake up necessarily. Either way, if we have to do this without her, then we have to try to do it without her.
Well, we don't
One-
have to. No,
1 second. Just as a reminder, your characters would obviously know and feel this. 2 things. Number 1, if you're going to try and go stealthy forward, it's going to cut your speed down to half of your normal speed, and you've been traveling quickly. You're going to be moving much, much slower while you're trying to be stealthy. Number 2, you've been traveling 8 and 9 hours. So at this point, you're pushing your bodies past the point of exhaustion, so there will be exhaustion checks involved if you continue to go on this day. Just FYI for y'all.
I mean, I'm fine.
I mean, I don't know, maybe I don't know if it's worth it to go into this building, because I don't know what's in the building. I don't know, maybe Sofiane, you could use your echo guy, your mini you, and send it up to the stairs and see if you can see something different, like you know how you switch places with it? Because
Yeah.
I mean,
Why don't you? Here's Seraia, and I'll dump Seraia on Lorelei.
okay.
I will high five my twin. Psh, psh, psh. We're gonna do it. If I don't come back in 5 minutes, just go on.
Okay, well, we can't. I don't know. I'm tired. That's the thing. I want to keep going, but we do need to rest. So I don't know. I check and be sure. Maybe we could rest inside of here, but I want someone to check and be sure that it's safe first.
Yeah,
You know?
I got you. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Meet me and my boy. We got it. And I'll start running towards it.
I feel like I'm running a daycare.
Okay, that's fine. So you can see the dim outline of this light, Sofiane. My question to you is, you said you're running. I don't know if you're trying to be stealthy or if you're just
No.
going full ham.
Yeah,
And
I'm
also,
wearing armor. It's not gonna happen.
okay, and also, are you bringing your torch?
Yes. I'm not
Okay.
going. Very.
I want to make sure. So, leaving your group about 100 or so feet behind in the darkness, you stand up and start lightly jogging towards this structure that you begin to see about 30 to 40 feet out. As you get closer, you see on either side of these stairs are two large metallic braziers that are currently unlit. And the size of the steps in front of you and the door itself, the double doors, is much, much larger than you were expecting from a distance. You glance around for a moment and then start to climb up the stairs. As you get to the second stair, you feel a pulse of arcane energy, and the two braziers light up brightly on either side, reflecting strongly off this massive set of bronze double doors in front of you. On the door itself, you see these strange runes and what appears to be the visage of a warrior or a king or something similar. It's been worn down by time, although otherwise everything looks to be really well maintained.
All right, cool. So just like kids on Halloween, me and my twin are gonna go up to the door. I'm gonna knock, and I'm gonna leave the twin there while I run back and hide behind the brazier.
Okay, you got it. With a heavy metallic dull dong, 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 you dart out behind the brazier, hearing it echoing from within this chamber. You get your daggers ready and you peer out at the door, and you see your echo do the same exact thing. And you wait several long seconds. Nothing happens.
Yeah, okay. I'll go back up and try to push the door open.
Okay.
If we're watching Sofiane while he tries to push the door open, I'm gonna say to Brian, I think we should. Sofiane's pushing the door open. I'm assuming you can see that those lights lit up.
Mhm.
I think if nothing came out to attack him, maybe we should go up there with him.
I say give him a few more minutes.
Okay. Okay.
Also, side note, even if something does happen, does he know which direction to go back to us?
I mean, I'm assuming he's just right in front of us, right?
Well, he's a little bit away.
Oh yeah.
Because we stayed back a little bit, and he cannot see.
Let's
super far.
let's move up forward some more. Then let's just get to the edge of the tree line.
Sounds good.
Are y'all
Okay,
bringing Seraia with you?
Yes,
Yep.
we will. Do you want to help me carry Seraia?
I will attempt to carry Seraia.
I can help you. You could have her
Okay,
shoulders.
we
I
can
have
do
your
we can
feet.
do. I was gonna say we can do the side, the drunken bar thing. Yeah.
Oh yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that. Yeah. Drag her feet through the snow.
Okay, you got it. So you're moving forward as Sofiane begins to push on this door. The door itself swings almost disturbingly easily, Sofiane. These doors themselves are 15, 16 feet tall, 8 foot wide, each one of them. And so you put a little bit of weight into it, expecting some resistance, but it swings as though it was made out of paper, silently pushing inward. Within, you see an expansive stone tomb lit by tall sconces of yellow flames. Seeing this, you expect to be greeted by the warmth and comfort of a well-lit interior, but you notice peculiarly that no warmth comes from this structure within, despite the tall flames. Near the east and the west walls, you see two bronze pedestals, each as tall as a man, and each of them holding a monstrous skull. You see a long scroll of ribbon flowing down from the top of each, and on this, the same peculiar language, detailing some type of poem, story. It's impossible to tell. In the center of this tomb, you see dominating the space around it a huge stone sarcophagus. rising 7 feet above the ground. And nothing besides the immaculate stonework resides otherwise.
Sofiane's like, shh, shh, shh.
It echoes back at you.
Oh, fucking creepy tomb. Gonna yell out, hey guys, there's a tomb in here, the giant dead body, and like these animated statues. I'm sure will be animated eventually, but come on in.
Okay, don't touch anything. I'll
Why
yell
is he
back.
yelling?
He always yells.
I feel like by the time these two come up, I'm already like pushing the slab
Oh,
on the
no.
sarcophagus open.
Sofiane, don't touch anything. We're
So
coming.
there is no slab, and again, the sides of these things rise up about 7 feet. So you'd probably need something to climb on to even get up there to see that. Just FYI.
I'll just do a switcheroo with Shadow Boy.
Okay. All right. So he calls out. You three press onward towards this apparently tomb. Give me 1 second to see something. Meanwhile, Sofiane sends his echo up. And then switches places with it. So now, Sofiane, you are standing up on the edge of the sarcophagus, looking down within. As I said, there is no cover.
If we walk up to the doors, can I see the faces on the thing? Could I recognize the face on the door as we get closer and see if I like know anything about it?
You're welcome to
Or
give me a
me.
history check. Y'all are both
Yeah.
welcome to give me history checks.
Okay. Oh, dang it, that's a 6.
That's a 12.
Okay. This face in particular, perhaps it's because it's slightly worn, or perhaps it's just because it's unfamiliar altogether. It doesn't ring any bells of being tied to a particular individual. However, because of the shape of the face, it's a little bit wider on top and more narrow towards the middle. The nose is overly widened compared to the rest of the face, and the eyes are sunken more deeply and lower down. This reminds you, just because of your particular expertise, Brian, this reminds you of some of the descriptions of stories you've heard about the upper worlders, where they had colossal, almost humanoid type entities who would lift trees with their bare hands and throw massive boulders. And they were known to reside in the area of the world directly above where you lived. Some of the visitors that you heard tale coming from time and again called them Jarlsbogs, which roughly translated is ice, snow, or frost giant.
That's not good. Where's Sofiane?
He said he was there was like a sarcophagus and some
Yeah, you
stuff.
see him. You see him standing, glancing over. You see him standing on top of this massive stone sarcophagus, looking down. His echo, he has moved up next to him. Within this sarcophagus, you see a 15 foot tall, large-boned, stout skeleton in remarkably well condition. He has various types of thick, like bear hide armor that is kind of tattered over the ages. A metallic helmet, corroded a bit, but still of very fine craftsmanship, with huge curling horns coming down either side. The armor on his forearms and his boots and what would essentially be a loincloth, and you see bits of metal that was possibly some type of aegis or banded armor around his chest that's kind of corroded and broken through his ribcage over time. Resting across his chest from his knees up to his shoulder, this massive hurled axe. The end, although its shape and it's heavier on the end like an axe, it's almost like formed in the fashion of a scythe on one end with a pick on the other, the size of a longsword. It's made out of thick ancient wood, and at the butt of it, at the end, down by his knee, you're standing by the shoulder. You see this bright yellow gem reflecting violently with the arcane light coming from around it.
Sofiane, come down here. Don't touch anything.
Guys, if we're gonna sleep here, we gotta handle this.
No, it's
Sofiane.
literally
This
what
is what it looks and kind of seems like is frost giants, ice giants, or something of the sort. We do not want to mess with this.
I
Just
don't
be-
know what you're seeing in that right now.
There's a
Okay.
huge body in here with
Okay,
like
well,
a glowing
did
gem
you
and all
learn
this
nothing?
cool stuff.
Did you learn nothing from
What are the
that
chances
basement?
that every sarcophagus will rise up?
Very good. We're in a dark forest.
All right, that's why I'm gonna take care of it. And like,
No,
No,
you are not
no,
going
no.
to. I'm telling you right
You're
now.
also gonna
we
be in
need
this-
to rest.
We're gonna bury you here. We're gonna leave you here.
I'm gonna Stone Cold Steve Austin this thing's face.
I'm walking out. I'm walking
also
out.
leaving. We're taking Seraia with
we're
us.
taking Seraia and we're walking out.
We're
I'll
leaving.
follow you guys in a little bit.
Let's go hide under the staircase.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk out and hide.
Yeah, just basically giving the people's elbow to this thing's face. If it is going to rise up, hopefully, just deal with this now.
Okay. You're automatically going to hit, because this is a skeleton lying in a crypt.
Yes.
Go ahead and give me an attack roll, or this would probably be an unarmed strike.
Mm-hmm.
So what's your strength modifier?
3.
Okay. So you kind of smirk a bit watching them leave, and then you hop up with all your weight, slam your elbow down into the skull of this thing. And it doesn't give. The bones, they seem to be old and hardened, almost petrified. And so you take 3 bludgeoning damage from slamming your elbow into these stone-like bones.
On the stairs outside, like if there's any room outside of the door, I want to like look at Brian and say, I think we can. I don't want to be in there with him while he is doing whatever he is doing. I think we set up our packs here, and try to rest. But I mean, maybe we should just sit and be sure he doesn't wake up, whatever that thing is.
I will say, as y'all were outside the door, you saw him, as you were retreating, you saw him jump up and slam down with his elbow towards this skeleton in the sarcophagus. And he disappears because of the depth of the sarcophagus. You completely lose sight of him. And then you hear him start crying out in agony a bit.
He's fine.
Sofiane, stop
Yeah.
trying to wake it up. You don't
Okay.
need to take care of it if it's not already a problem.
Yeah, you're right. Oh, God.
Yeah, I know I'm right.
Oh, God, its head is really hard. You
Well,
wouldn't
it's made out
believe
of
it.
bone. What did you expect?
I don't know, like normal bone density. This hurts. Ow! God damn, this was like the worst fight I've ever been in so far. Okay, all right. And I'll send my my other self kind of on the lip of it, and I'm going to grab this axe. Like that looks badass. I'm gonna see if can I like. Can I even lift it, or is it just too heavy?
You can lift it. It's unwieldy. Think about Final Fantasy VII Cloud with that massive sword. If that was real life, it's kind of like that. You
Fuck
could
yeah.
even attempt to use it if you wanted to, but it would not be like using a normal weapon. It is very well balanced, which is probably the only reason you can lift it and use it. The entire length of it is probably a good 4 or 5 feet long.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I was thinking the wrong thing. Like 6-7 feet long.
Yeah. Is there anything else other than the stone? I'm leaving that for last that I can grab.
The stone is embedded in the butt of
Oh.
this axe.
Oh. Yeah, 2 for 1. All right. And I'm gonna switch with my clone and see if anything happens as I run out, or I'm gonna attempt to run out of this place with this axe of badassery.
Axe of badassery. You got it. as you vamp up onto the lip of the sarcophagus and appear in the middle of the lip, and you look around, your echo now down there in the sarcophagus. You wait for anything to happen, remembering the last tomb you were in, and then you breathe in deep, and you see the breath exhale from your mouth in the cold environment within. You turn to hop down, and then you hear as a massive skeleton fist slashes through your echo, disappearing at and starts to grab at you. I need you to give me an athletics check or a acrobatics check to avoid being grabbed.
Athletics.
Seraia goes.
Unfortunately, not yet. It rolled a 10. Okay, so it rises up. You see it sit up and stand. All of a sudden, these kind of grayish sinews and ligaments start to attach to the bones, and this strange macabre version of flesh lightly covers its body as it rises up towards you.
Guys, run!
You
We're
hear that
already
shout.
under the stairs.
You hear that shout from Sofiane, and then the bronze door slams shut.
Oh, fuck.
We are under the stairs, safe and sound.
I need everybody to roll for initiative, please. I will put you on the map.
I assume you don't need one from me.
I mean, we'll see what happens.
I'll roll initiative for the hell of it.
That's right. Let me put you all there, and then we go in and we. All right. Oh, it added Brian twice because I have Brian on here twice. I have Brian on here. That. Need a Lorelei on here. Well, that is weird. If I drag Lorelei, it's bringing Brian on. Thank you, Foundry. 1 second.
Plot twist.
Plot twist.
It's been Brian this entire time.
That's right. Dun dun dun. Let me get some music going.
Seraia didn't know that secretly she was holding hands with Brian the whole way there. Brian is the one that made friends with the bear. Disguised as
makes
Lorelei.
sense.
We both came from the same place. We both came from the Underdark. Oh, Lorelei's muted. Or not talking.
Yeah, it's Brian and his twin brain.
Yep.
Did that work? It did. I just need to fix your token now. Okay. Get the right
It's
token on there.
Brian and La Brain. Yep.
Yeah, but
I wonder what that writing said.
probably don't fucking touch. Hands off the merchandise. Keep your hands and feet inside the ride at all times.
Watch it just be in giant script, just the entire B script movie.
Or it's literally saying, you can rest here and be fine, just don't take the axe.
Alright, here we go. Back over here. Leave this, drag you. Boom. Okay.
Yay!
I'm gonna add you to the combat tracker. Alright, who are we missing? We aren't missing anyone. Goodness, now I have to cough.
Sofiane needs to roll for initiative still.
Mhm.
Yes, Sofiane does. Yes. Let me see what's going on with that real quick. Oh, that's why. There you go. You can see you now?
Yeah, it's a frost giant.
Kind of.
Would have thought.
Kind of a frost giant. Excuse me.
I
I'll clear my
also
throat real
cannot
quick.
see,
That's because we're outside.
but there's Brazier's lit, so there's some sort of light. There we go.
Yep, I'm fixing it. Okay.
Magic.
It's magic.
What's the stats on this weapon?
Gonna use its own weapon against it.
Yeah.
Well, this is going to do.
ND6. That sounds.
I
So
bet
it's
you
gonna-
have to
it's-
attune to it.
It's going to be your strength modifier for an attack roll. Okay. Are you proficient with great axes? Okay, so because of how unwieldy and massive this thing is, it is going to be only half of your proficiency bonus. And it's going to do a lot of slashing damage. 1 second. Brian, you're going to be up first, and then Lorelei, then Sofiane, and then this creature because it rolled crappy. So y'all think about what y'all are going to do.
Lorelei,
Well,
should we
Seraia-
go help?
I mean, he got himself into it. I told him not to touch it.
I
I
think we
told
all
him.
told him. I think Seraia was telling him in her sleep not to
I
touch
mean,
anything.
I'm injured. I never healed after that fight with the druid.
Do you want some healing?
I mean, I would appreciate it, but we haven't taken any sort of rest, and I can't use my wild shape.
Well, let me give you some healing in the meantime. This will be my action once we return. So that at least if we end up going into some sort of combat, at least you will not be dead with one
Yeah.
hit. DM, are we ready to resume?
We are. Brian,
Okay.
you are up.
I am going to cast first level healing word on Lorelei.
Okay.
Heal for 7 points.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Beautiful.
And then I am going to. I'm going to try and. Is this a tree over to our right?
That is a tree to your right, yes.
Okay, I am gonna go ahead and can I try and drag Seraia over to this tree?
Yeah,
Like,
you can do it easy enough for half
further
movement.
under? Yeah, I will do that just so that Seraia is kind of safe and out of the way.
Sure, you got it.
And then that will be my turn. Oh wait, I still technically have an action because healing word is a bonus action. Lovely.
That's true.
I am going to prepare. I'm gonna just sit by Seraia. I'm gonna prepare my crossbow and hold action if anything comes through the door.
Okay, you got it. That it?
Yep, that is my turn.
All right, Lorelei, you're up.
Okay, I'm basically gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna I'll stay where I am, but I'm gonna take out my rapier and hold my attack action for if anything comes through the door and just listen for Sofiane.
You got it. Sofiane, you're up.
Do this. Summoning the shadow right next to this giant thing.
I like that I have to watch the stream to see what's going on inside the tomb because we can't see.
That thing is huge.
And Mitch, you're coming through a little low for me, so try and speak up or kind of aim towards the mic, please.
Yeah. All right. So moving a little bit, dancing a little bit, and with this epic god weapon, the axe of badassery, I'm going to slash at it from the shadow.
All right. Go for it.
So I am just going to use use my dagger, and it's just -1 to hit.
Okay, that's fine.
So 16 damage, or sorry, 16 to hit.
16 hits.
Woo! All right, what's the damage?
The damage is 3d12 plus your strength modifier.
Oh, glad you didn't whiff that one. That was a good one.
25 damage.
Oh my god.
Nice.
That's gnarly.
I'm like, come get some. Yeah.
All right, that's it for you. God, I have to keep clearing my throat. So you dance around a little bit, and this thing's throwing you off, and so you lean back and put all your weight into this massive great axe comes across and tears into the shin bone of this thing, splintering out and ricocheting across the stone around you. It stumbles back from where the echo hit it and looks around. Is not really sure what to do here, but it hurt it. It hurt it a lot.
Good.
Back to sleep.
All right. Anything else?
I'm of the short people, motherfucker.
All right. So, Seraia, unconscious. This thing. All right. So, it looks at the echo where the attack came from, and it stares for a moment, and then looks back at you. And then you see within these massive eye sockets, this blue arcane energy flares. I need you to give me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh yeah.
23. All right. So you are going to take 35 half to 17. So you're going to take 17 cold damage as frost flares up from your ankles to your chest. And for a second, you're slightly encased, but then you break free. And it
Nibbly in
lumbers.
Yeah.
It lumbers towards you. The massive hands reaching out for this weapon.
The butt.
We are back up to Brian.
Yeah, there's not a lot I can do at the moment. I'm just gonna keep holding my action if something comes through that door.
Okay, you got it. Lorelai?
Okay, I'm going to. Oh god, I don't know. Okay, I guess I'm going to. I want to walk forwards and
Okay.
see if I can open this door and see what's inside.
Give me a strength check.
Oh, a strength check. I did not expect that.
The door was paper before.
Remember the push-ups.
That is a 6.
Okay. You push your weight against the door, it does not budge.
Be like, Sofiane, I can't get this door open again. I hope you're okay in there.
Be on the hinges. It's horrible in here.
Oh god.
Listen, keep it up.
There's really nothing else I can do, so I'm just gonna hold my action again, unless anything opens the door.
Okay.
I'll hold my attack action.
Just hold the door closed. Sofiane, you good?
No, not good. It's cold in here. Italy.
All right. Sofiane, you're up. What are you going to do?
Woo! I'm gonna heal myself with a second wind.
Okay.
Level 3. Well, I think I can just click on that. Alright, so and 3. Come on, baby. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So that is low healing. Back up.
Just so you know, you're still coming in kind of quiet every now and then, Mitch.
Oh, okay, sorry. So yeah, I am going to. Now I'm curious if I accidentally click the ... thing out of habit.
We'll check it at break.
I'm going to swing away
Go for it.
from the shadow once again. So 19.
19's a hit.
Oh my god, that was horrible. 11 damage.
All right, this one reflects off more than cuts into the bone. You feel confident that this would have cleaved a normal man in half.
Oh man, I'm loving more and more this axe. I'm just like swinging around like woo!
Oh, it's taking all your momentum. It is just like a constant twisting tornado of axe swings because you can't really stop it at this point. You're just trying to control
Oh yeah! I'm like, come on, let me have it. You're not even using it.
Sophiane's the ultimate party girl.
it.
Yeah, that's it.
Man, I just cannot clear my throat tonight. Okay. Seraia is unconscious still. You guys got into a fight with this unconscious Seraia. That's just horrible.
We did not get into a fight.
You do not put blame on us, sir.
It's Lorelei's fault.
It is
No.
not my fault.
And I'm curious.
I sent you to go look in the door and you just walked your pretty little ass on in there.
Dang, there's candy in it.
All right.
You just eat random candy you find on dead skeletons in
I
crypts.
It was a problem. It was a problem during Halloween.
All right. So this creature is going to reach. Ooh. Is going to reach out and attempt to grab the axe and take it from you. So I need you to give me an athletics or acrobatics check to avoid this. And FYI, he kind of rolled a natural 20.
Oh my god!
Oh.
All right, come on. I need a nat 20.
Nat 20, let's go.
Oh, that
Ooh.
is not a nat 20. That was close though. It's like,
All right. So you swing it around, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, wham! The wood slams into his bony fist. He grips it from you and shoves you back against the wall. Everybody on the outside, you hear this loud doom as Sofiane gets slammed into the wall behind him, and he
ow!
brings it up into two hands, and he has murder in his eyes.
In
We're up-
his eye sockets.
Well,
Hey,
he,
guys,
has,
it has
he
the
kind of
axe.
has these. He kind of has these blue arcane globules that are kind of like its eyes right now. Brian, you're up.
Well, that did not sound very good. Lorelai, I don't really want to leave Seraia alone over here, but should we try and open the door and help? I will. I'll just chill here for another turn, holding my crossbow up.
Okay, you got it. Hey, Mitch, it got really bad that time. How about you hop out of teams real quick, hop right back in, okay?
Right.
And hey, go to your sound control panel and double check your mic gain before you jump back in.
Got it.
Okay. All right, Lorelai, you're up.
I'll say back to Brian and say I think we should at least open the door for him. I don't know if he can get out because these doors are so heavy. Like I can't open this one. I'm gonna try to open it again, and I'll push on it again.
All right, cool. Give me a strength check.
A little bit better. That's an 11.
11. Okay, so with that, you push it, breaks free, and swings in. You see Sofiane look over his shoulder next to you, a little bit of like excitement and fear on his face that he's trying to hide, as this massive 15, 16 foot tall frost giant skeleton is wielding this huge, wicked looking axe, staring dead at Sofiane.
Okay, was that my action to open the door?
That was.
Was my action? Okay, I'm gonna say, Sofiane, get the fuck out of there. And then I'm gonna move to the side.
You
Alright,
mean
you got it.
staring undead at Sofiane?
Is it better?
It is better. Much better.
Yay.
Okay, so just so you know, Lorelei opened the door, saw you, and told you to get the fuck out of there. Then she stepped to the side. It is your turn, Sofiane. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, I am going to. Oh fuck! It's got like. I am going to try to get out. Also attacking with the dagger.
Are you gonna throw it, or are you gonna get within melee range?
No,
Oh,
the
never mind. Your
shadow.
echo. Your echo.
Yeah.
Yep, you got it.
23 to hit for 7 damage.
Okay, that is a hit.
And my I can't see my I can see it. 5, 10, 15. Help. There.
Okay, you got it. That's the end of your turn.
Yeah, I dash out like woo, bad.
All right. You
That
dart
was a
out.
bad idea. You guys should have
You
told
dart
me.
out. The dagger slashes out at this thing. It runs around it, and you see the massive great axe, the gem shining brightly on the end, flickering through the torchlight. It comes around, cleaves through the echo, completely disappearing it, and then the bronze door slams shut, and all the lights disappear all around you.
What did you do? Muted. Mitch, you're muted.
I tried to get the great axe. Like
Why?
fucking awesome.
Does it matter? The staff bow thing was awesome too, and we left it with the weird guardian thing.
In what world would you ever want to take something from a corpse that is very obviously more
This world.
powerful
This world
than
is
you?
that world that I would do that thing. I'm gonna summon the twin and just kind of move towards the door and kind of see if I can peek in.
Okay, I'm walking away from the door.
That's fine. We're off map unless you guys do something different. You can peek in. You see and hear this massive lumbering skeleton. They're around for a moment. Actually, you would barely be able to see from your own torchlight because all the lights on the inside went out.
Yeah.
But you barely see bits and flashes of this thing lumbering around and then crawling back into the sarcophagus. And then the creaking bones, the metal, the heavy footsteps cease as it goes back to slumber.
Hmm.
And that's where we're going to take our break. So, it is 9:30. Good time to take a break. Sofiane almost died. Seraia's still unconscious. We are going to bio and snack and stretch. You do the same. And if you don't mind, I'd really love it. We'd really love it if you can invite your friends. We will see everyone back here in 5 to 10 minutes. So don't go anywhere. All right? See y'all then. And we are back. So, you're standing outside this now unlit, massive stone tomb. Seraia still very much unconscious. Sofiane, pretty injured, standing up there, looking in the door with his torch lit high, trying to figure out what's going on. What are y'all gonna do?
I'm going to say that we should get out of here. I wanted to rest here, but
Yeah.
I mean,
can't
I
rest
don't
here.
think it's safe.
I think we can rest as long as we don't go inside the tomb.
Well, yeah, but I'd be worried that this is like a tomb that some other giant frequents. I don't know if they come here to pray. I don't know how
Ooh,
religious
no.
giants are.
Oh, I
I
have
don't-
an idea.
What?
So that weapon is amazing. All right. last time I didn't put enough distance between myself and it. I can grab it and get outside in one motion. If
And
the
have it
doors
follow you.
well, the door's closed. Maybe it won't be able to get out and we just run.
Or it gets out and follows you. And A, you risk everybody, including Seraia, who is still asleep, mind you. B, risk completely revealing our exact location and have more things come at us because they heard something going on.
If it comes out, we can just throw the axe down and it'll go grab the axe and go back. The thing is, though, I think this weapon would be very beneficial for what we're about to do.
Okay. Well, are you super dead set on this weapon?
I think it increases our survivability in the next coming nights.
And you can
Definitely.
actually wield it? It's not, like, bigger
Yeah.
than you are?
I mean, it's bigger than me, but look at me. I'm a boss. I'm swole.
Sure.
Beefcake. Work out.
When did it wake up?
The moment I snatched this thing and transported.
I'm sorry, Lorelai. If you're dead set on the weapon, the best bet is if you take the weapon before jumping off of the crypt or teleporting or whatever, try just do what you did with your elbow, but with the axe.
Slam down the axe in its face.
It's a
Well, I
decent
think
bet.
I think it might be better because, I mean, it still has, like, I mean, it's obviously still alive after he hit it that one time. There's no guarantee that its face is a weak spot.
No, it might
Faces
help
are
though.
most things' weak spot, to be honest. Well, so why don't you guys just move off to the side so that whatever happens, we can just get out of here and I won't lead it to you.
But how if it
So-
closed the door without even like it didn't walk up to the doors and close it, did it when it got out? The doors
Yeah.
just slammed, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't see it get out. So what's to say if you take it again that it won't slam shut and you won't be able to teleport, right?
Here's my suggestion. I can do another healing word on Sofiane and heal him up a little bit. He goes in, tries to boop it on the nose with the axe. If that doesn't take care of it, all else fails. If it wakes up, I will try to open the door for you, and you can disappear out with your shadow friend. Leave the axe. Do not let the axe leave unless it is dead.
It's dead. What if we just take the axe, though?
No, unless it is dead. Like super, like undead, dead. The axe
Undead,
is
all the way dead.
all the way dead. The axe is not to leave the crypt.
All right, let's do this.
I will stay by the door and try and hold it open, Lorelai, if you'll stay with Seraia off to the side here. Alright, Sofiane. Take some healing. I can't believe we're doing this. Take 5
Gracias.
points of healing.
Thank you.
And also do a thing. Where's my thing?
What's your thing?
Take some bardic inspiration for the next 10 minutes.
Oh, hell yeah. All right. I'm ready to throw down now, I think.
This gives you okay, it doesn't change yet. Bardic inspiration. The creature can roll the die and add the number. Yeah, so you get you get an additional die to add on to, I believe it's just checks, attacks, or saves. But
I
it's
mean-
just one for the next 10 minutes.
If need be, I can also help if you really are dead set on trying to kill this thing while it lies there, I can fairy fire the sarcophagus and give you advantage on your attack.
Well, it didn't even block when I tried initially. So maybe unless I take the axe, I can just wail away on it and
I can also fairy fire.
yeah. All right,
Okay,
you guys.
I mean, Brian, but you're okay. I mean, I can too. Do you want me to go up? Are you gonna open the door? Could you fairy fire?
Yes.
Okay.
I'll stay by the door to keep it open or to push it back open while Sofiane goes. You just stay by Seraia.
Okay. If you need my help, let me know. I don't know how much help I will be.
After this, if it doesn't work,
and we're
even
out.
if it does, we're resting.
And then
Going
I will
somewhere else and
also
resting.
healing word Sofiane.
I'm fine.
No, I'm healing wording you. You get an extra
No,
6 HP.
I'm fine. Don't do it. Like I'm healed up. I'm fine. Like really.
Are you all the way healed up?
For the most part, yeah. Like when I
For
came
the
out.
most part.
Yeah, when I came out, I was pretty much all the way up, and Brian did perfectly. It's
Okay.
good. I'm good. Save it
You're
for
good?
later.
Okay. I won't heal you. I won't heal you. Just don't
All right.
die.
Like Aragorn coming up into that
For the
hall.
love of God, I don't know why we're doing that.
So give me a strength check, Sofiane.
Ability check. Okay, cool.
Oh,
12.
Okay.
Can I help?
There's no real need.
Okay.
Sofiane walks up and puts one hand on each door and pushes hard. Nothing happens at first. So you see him kind of flex his shoulders a bit, put his hands back up, and go to push a second time. Sofiane, as you put your hands on the door this second time, you feel a peculiar vibration in the doors. Everybody give me a perception check, please.
This is the same thing that happened to Lycus, isn't it?
The giant turned on his vibrator. Oh my
15.
God.
Shit. 9.
Okay. Sofiane, you feel that vibration in both hands. Almost as though something lightly brushed against the door. Lorelei, you obviously don't feel that, but as Sofiane goes to push a second time, you hear this muffled boom in the distance. And then a few seconds later, another boom. And you feel the vibration again, Sofiane. It's coming from somewhere off to the west. Very subtle, rhythmic boom. Boom.
Nope, Sofiane, we're leaving.
Slowly growing louder.
Sofiane, we have to go. We have to
Sofiane,
go right now.
with that strength check, you could open the door. I'm letting you know that. But that's what you felt when you go to push it the second time.
Can we hide?
I think we have to go. We have to go.
All right, let's duck into a bush.
Okay, I'm going to use is my pass without a trace still how long is it good for?
I think
10
it's good
minutes,
for
I believe.
10 minutes, and I'm pretty sure you'd be right on the edge. You'd be pushing it because you traveled there, you waited, Sofiane went in, all that happened. It'd be close.
Okay, I'm gonna cast it again as an action.
Okay.
So let's hide behind these trees, but we have to move away from this place because I'm pretty sure there's something coming. I can hear it. It sounds
Alright,
like
let's move.
very large.
I'm not very stealthy.
I just grab Sofiane's hand and start pulling him away from the door.
Like, I'll see you later. Acts of badassery. And start running. Where's Seraia?
I'm with Seraia.
Okay, can you run with her?
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
Brian
I'll
and I
start.
can grab her.
Yeah, I'll like swing now that Sofiane's away from the door, and I'll just swing and pick up Soraya's other side and.
I mean,
Lower line
I don't know
angle.
if we should keep running. We should just run off and hide. I don't think it's smart to run right now all the way.
Well, yeah, we should go, but we should be further away from
Yes,
here. We
be
should
definitely
hide
further away from here.
Do you think we
Okay.
can make it to the tree line?
If we book it, maybe.
Let's aim for that.
We are leaving. Like, wait, we're not leaving Prince, are we?
No, we're not leaving Prince.
Oh, yeah.
We can't be tracked.
Let's
Yeah,
go.
just running.
So you're gonna run. Give me stealth checks with advantage from Pass Without a Trace. And how far off are y'all running?
How
I
far
believe
is
it's
the
just
tree
plus
line?
10 from Pass Without a Trace, not advantage.
Is it plus 10?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
plus
Yeah,
10.
plus
Well, it's
10.
actually better because advantage is an average of plus 5. So yeah,
Right.
plus 10. Thank you.
I'll just...
Oh, that's a 20. Oh no, that's a.
If you roll with
30.
advantage, don't worry about it. Just use the roll. Not a big deal.
Oh, okay, sorry.
No, it's good. It was my
Wow,
mistake.
that's a 16 for me.
Yes, we can't be tracked. We don't leave footprints.
Okay, so we got a 30, a 29, and a 16. And Seraia is being very quiet. Okay. So how far away are y'all? With the tree line, it's about 30 to 40 feet away before it gets really, really thick again.
But let's get into the thick. Right?
If we can, yeah. Let's make it let's at least try to make it at least to the tree line and get in there a little bit.
And then find a bush and squat.
Yeah, if there's a giant bush, we're in it. Or even a regular sized bush in it. A small bush would also work.
It's pretty easy to find some cover here, as thick as this is. So you go and you hide, and then you wait. The sound steadily getting louder. Boom. 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 From over the hill to the west, here, going south. So that would be your right-hand side. On your right-hand side, you see very tall humanoid figures. Look remarkably like the skeleton, clad in thick hides and furs. Shadowy forms rising up over the hill, and with each heavy footstep making that sound. 2 of them. One of them is wielding a similar axe to this one, a little bit smaller. It doesn't have a gem in it, but the size is comparable and the generic shape. The other one is wielding what appears to be almost a small tree with a heavy thud. Thump. Boom, he's stepping, it slams into the ground, and on top of it, you see this. It's almost like a crystal, a sharply fashioned crystal jutting out the top, a good 6-7 inches. And they make their way up to the steps, climbing them with ease, and they look around to the left and to the right. The warrior-looking one pushes the door open, while the other one utters something in a strange tongue. The crystal flares, and then all the lights reignite, casting shadows, long shadows all around you in the surrounding area. It stands out there and looks to the left and to the right. I need to roll. See if you are seen.
Please tell me that's a hell nope.
It scans to the left and to the right, and for a long moment lingers in your general direction as its head continues to pass, and then it likewise goes in, and with a heavy thud, the bronze door slams again. They're in there. They're in there for more than a few seconds. Y'all gonna wait it out or do something else?
Oh my god.
Well, I mean, if we're safe here, we might as well rest here.
I don't know that thing. I don't know if it saw us or not. I don't know if we should stay
should-
here, if we should move.
We should travel at least a mile and then rest.
Right.
That might be too long. I don't know. I'm tired.
We also don't know that if we keep moving even for a little bit that we won't be seen or heard.
Well, for the next 10 minutes, we can't be tracked. So we should at least
Yeah, let's
walk.
Yeah, 9 minutes, and then figure out where we come off.
All right.
Ooh. Man, I should have been born a frost giant. Like, for real, it's
Yeah,
totally
you should have.
unfair.
Yeah.
All right, so y'all are gonna move out.
Quietly.
Okay. Keep the same stealth checks. So, with a little bit of trepidation, a little bit of quiet reserve from Sofiane, you turn and head off into the dark forest. I'm assuming you don't have your torch lit, Sofiane, since you were trying to be stealthy.
Yeah, this one time, but he doesn't
Yeah.
like
I'll
it.
hold their hands.
Okay.
Thank you.
So you make your way a mile away. Again, there's the same type of weird screeches and bellows coming from the darkness in an indeterminate place around you. But nothing seems to directly cross your path, or at least isn't very interested in you. And you find your way down to a hill that kind of gullies out a bit from a washout, probably from the spring rains. There's some thick bushes and a couple of trees around. Seems as good a place as any to rest if you're going to try and rest.
Yeah, I think we should try to rest.
Sounds good.
I'm really worried about Seraia, though. I thought she would have woken up by now.
There's nothing we can do.
I mean, yeah, we've tried everything, I think. Well, let's, I guess, make camp. Roll out our bedrolls and stuff.
Yep. Just gonna
Yeah.
roll up my sleeping bag. My
I'll
little 2 holes.
I'll roll out my bedroll, and then I'll also give Seraia my blanket, even though she doesn't actually need it with her armor.
Okay. You got it. All right. So, y'all are keeping watch or no?
Yes.
Yeah.
I can take first watch.
I'll take second.
All right. Somebody roll me a d20, please.
I'll do it.
Which one is Frost Giants?
That's a 4.
All right. So, despite the frigid cold, the cacophonous sounds of wheeling and screeching never really seem to subside throughout the long hours the rest of your party spends sleeping. However, a couple of hours into your watch, Lorelei, Seraia does come to consciousness.
Oh,
Oh, Seraia. Are you
Oh,
okay?
it's on my face.
Oh, what do you mean?
There's mud and snow on my face.
Oh, you kind of passed out and you fell in the dirt.
Oh. Oh,
Yeah.
yes, I feel it now. Yes.
Yeah, you fell pretty hard, and then we kind of dragged you a little bit because we weren't sure about how to carry you safely. But then though a lot happened.
Oh, wow. Okay. Uh, are we resting?
Yeah, we're resting. We just almost died, but we kept you safe. You were safe the whole time. Do you know why you passed out? Did you have like a headache or something?
Uh, sort of. I got very disoriented, and I don't know. It was just out.
Oh, and you don't remember anything from when you were out? Like, did you have any dreams or anything?
It was nothing at all.
Oh,
I'm not even sure how much time passed.
Oh, you were out for hours.
Oh,
Yeah, it was enough time for Sofiane to fight an ice giant.
wow, that's a lot. Okay, I will. I'm just going to rest my eyes a
Yeah,
bit longer.
you go to sleep. It'll be fine. Yeah.
Okay. And
Yeah.
whose blanket is this?
Oh, that's Brian's. Brian gave it to you just in case.
Oh,
Brian
well,
in his sleep is secretly insulted that she doesn't recognize it from trying to pat fires out with it.
Well, I'm feeling better now. And Seraia will place the blanket back by Brian, and then will scooch her sleeping bag a bit further away from the party before falling back to sleep.
Okay, sleep well.
Yes, yes.
Go back to watching.
Okay. So, one by one, you each take your watches. The night is otherwise uneventful. And knowing that time is short, and the longer you lay on this cold, hard ground, the more sore and stiff you become. Eventually, you're able to summon enough willpower to get yourselves out from underneath the covers and begin moving to work out your aching joints and begin the next leg of your journey. So, the darkness around you, you are all seemingly, with all of your senses, you have officially long rested. The scene is yours.
Okay, Seraia, do you want a rundown of what you missed?
Yes, I think that would be wise. Did you say ice giant?
Yeah, undead ice giant.
Yeah, we were we heard a screaming coming from the sky, and I assumed it was those things that the little creeper dude told us about. So we hit off the path, but as we were about to move, you just kind of collapsed.
Yes,
And
I don't know if I get along with this forest very much.
I
don't
don't
know
think
that any
any
of
of
us
us
do.
get along with it. Yeah.
It's my second favorite forest.
What is your first?
Yeah, the one who wants to be here the least.
Yeah, I hate forests in general, but like in a tier system, like yeah,
If I had to rate them.
exactly right. Number one would probably there was a nice forest out at the coastline, and it had these particularly nice and red leaves that I enjoyed frolicking through. More specifically, though, there's a batch of poison ivy that grows upon these trees, and as it turns out, I'm allergic. So definitely, I don't like it. I was like, it's my favorite forest to hate, and this is my second favorite.
I'm gonna say, are you favoriting these forests and tearing them sarcastically?
I think so. Yeah, there's a lot of sarcasm in it.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, we should keep moving.
Yeah. And then there was some light off in the trees, and that's when we went and we found the giant temple as we now know it to be. And there was apparently an ice giant skeleton in the sarcophagus, and Sofiane tried to take its axe.
I did take his axe, but it took it back. Because
Yeah.
But
And
I
then
thought you were
we
very
ran.
fond of your dagger.
I am very fond of my dagger, but it doesn't really it's not good enough for what needs to happen.
Speaking of, perhaps we should get a move on.
Yes, I'm kind of worried though that the flying things are going to continue. Because I think we're getting closer to the mountains because the air has changed.
And
So I think
remind
we
me
should.
what your vision told you about when we get to the mountains.
Well, we have to like the little creeper said, we have to avoid the mountains when the road gets closer to the mountains because the flying stone things are going to come and potentially pick us up and drop us.
Right. Okay, so off-roading then, yes?
Yes.
Yes. Well, not. I don't want to bog us
Partially.
down in the. Yeah, just like maybe a couple feet off the road.
Okay. Let's go.
Let's do it. What's the worst that could happen?
Don't ever say that in this forest.
I mean, it's going to happen regardless.
I don't think it matters.
Yeah. Ugh.
I take my spot 30 feet in the back.
Light my torch and getting ready. Let's get that jog. Jogging like that half orc or was he a full orc in Lord of the Rings? Yeah.
The Urukai?
Yeah, there you go.
All right. So, Let me see where we're at. All right. So you begin traveling, make your way back towards the road, and begin traveling further along. There's a good 5 to 6 hours with virtually nothing happening.
Relief.
The road begins to turn off to the right-hand side, and you see maybe 50 feet off the road, there's a small woodcutter's shack, or something similar to that. And within, there's a warm fire burning, illuminating the window panes facing the road.
Do we
Don't like
want
that.
to go in?
All right, I can check it out again. Do
Okay,
some recon.
No, last time
No,
we tried to
mm-mm.
check something out, we almost died.
Well,
No,
no one
you
almost
almost
died.
died.
I almost died. So they
Yes,
should've
I would
gone.
like to
So
see
you're
that.
no one.
You want to check it out, Seraia?
Oh no, I would like to see Sofiane check it out.
Oh.
2 votes for Sofiane.
Yeah, sure, why not?
Yes. All
But-
right.
Only
High
one
five.
try this time.
One try. All right, let's do it. And I high five my clone.
And don't take anything out of it.
Exactly. Nothing will be taken out of it. Let's go. I skip towards the house.
Why do I
As
not?
soon as,
believe
as soon
that
as he's
you
out
picked
of
up that
earshot,
one?
so I was gonna turn and go. Should we go now or?
Let's give him a minute and see if he actually is close to death.
Right.
Give him some level of benefit of the doubt. He did survive that last one miraculously.
He didn't survive me.
True. It's also true. But you're out here.
Sofiane, are you approaching with your torch lit?
Yeah, I don't go anywhere without my torch. Preferably, I would like a magical item which appears like a torch, but more so has a light switch and maybe takes like Duracell. If there's any requests, my birthday is coming up.
So you see Sofiane happily skip jog through the thick snow, almost losing him up to his waist in some of the thicker embankments. This shack, this building, you have 2 windows facing the road, and then there's a door on the left-hand side. It's relatively simple, pretty old and weathered, but it seems to be structurally sound.
Is it tall enough for a frost giant?
It is normal sized. It's a single
So,
story, a sloped.
is
It has
normal
a sloped tiled roof on it. It is human sized.
Those
Does that help?
weirdos. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Darn giants.
So you skip ahead and you become painfully aware of the sound of your metal armor and the of the snow as your feet make it through when everything else is dead quiet. So you calm down a bit to get a look at the scene without drawing any untoward attention aside from the torch over your head. You hear a soft, kind of raspy humming coming from inside.
Hot.
All right, it's a witch. I high five my shadow and I go up to the door and
Last time it was a witch, it was an ice giant.
Suddenly the door flies open. You see standing there, large eyes, mouth slightly agape, slack-jawed, surprised, about your height, this relatively diminutive, grayish-green-skinned weathered-looking goblin in leather breeches with an old fabric vest, holding a hooded lamp to see who's out there, and he's kind of shining it up and down, not knowing what to make of you. He raises a brow, and then
We're basically like cousins, like same height and everything, different species, but like, hey, how's it going? I'm Sofiane, and this is Sofiane from another dimension.
Yes, yes. My name is Fergrax. I'm in before something sees you.
Okay, cool. Yeah, let's go in.
he hurries you in and closes the door behind you. You
Well,
see
he's screwed.
inside. You see inside here. There's a simple wooden table, 2 chairs around it. There's a stone fireplace that's been used for a very long time. A lot of charring around the dark gray slate stones around the edges. A simple bed, and a dresser, and a couple of books. That's pretty much it.
It's homey. I like what you've done to the place.
Yes, well, you're welcome to stay until the morning, but don't go poking around. It's rude.
How can you tell what the morning is?
Well, eventually morning's gotta come, right?
Hopefully. So you seem cool. How into cannibalism are you on a scale of 1 to 10?
I'm not?
Cool. Just double checking. There's a lot of crazy people out here. There are 3. Well, there's 1 child outside and 2 grown-ass adults. Can they also sleep in here with us? Totally cool. If not, I figure you and I can probably go head to toe in the bed and they could sleep outside. But preferably, I'd like to bring him in here, just to catch up human contact.
Yes, they can come in, but I get the bed alone. You sleep on the floor.
Oh, okay.
How far away is Sofiane in this home?
I figure probably about 50 feet away.
Okay. Can we move a little bit closer so I can try to telepathy with Sofiane, assuming that he's inside and that house isn't super big. Party.
Oh, I don't know.
We could still stay hidden, just moving a little bit closer to it.
I mean, Sofiane doesn't seem to be screaming.
Yes, but he could already be dead.
True.
Perhaps it would be wise to get a bit closer, but remain in the shadows.
Yes, I definitely agree with that.
Okay.
So we'll move within 30 feet of the house.
Yeah.
And then I will try to use my telepathy. Sofiane, alive? Yes, no?
God?
Sofiane's alive.
Okay.
No. Brian.
Oh, okay. Alright, come on in. Knock first.
I'll walk up
He
and.
wants us to knock.
Okay. Do we want to
After you?
after me?
I'll go.
Well, after
I start like
either
walking
of you.
towards the door, and I go up and I knock on it.
And
Sofiane.
my goblin brethren, was it Ferdinand? Is that your name again?
Fergrax.
Burgrats.
Fergrax. Fergrax.
Burgrats. Fergrax. Okay.
Just stop.
Okay. All right. My friends are here. You want me to open the door, or do you want to? What
Yes,
are we-
yes.
Okay,
That's
cool.
fine. It's fine.
All right, cool. He'll open the door. What's up, guys? Going. No frost
Sofiane?
giants in here.
Are you okay?
Yes, and this guy is totally not down with cannibalism, so we're good.
Oh,
Okay, that's
Are
you're already
we-
on cannibalism terms.
Yes, how did you breach that subject?
I asked
Why?
because I would like to know.
Hello, what is your name, good sir?
Name's Fergrax.
Hello, Fergrax. Nice to meet you. Lovely
Hello.
home. How long have you been out here? Like in this? How long have you lived out here?
Step in and close the door behind us.
Long time? What the questions?
I don't know. They're very inquisitive.
I'm just going to take a quick look around. Does it look like this house is this goblin's house, or that he has taken up shop in someone else's house? Does it look like he and the belongings here match?
Well, he's my size, right?
He is.
So
He's
the
about your
house
size.
can't be his, or at least he didn't build it himself. It wasn't intended for him.
Let's see. Give me a generic wisdom check.
Okay. Uh, 15.
Okay. Everything looks like it's made to be human-sized, which is peculiar, since everything should be much smaller. He seems to be getting around fairly well. In this immediate room, you have the dresser off to your right, the table in the middle. There's another little like bookshelf over across the far side, and then the fireplace is up against the left wall. The bed is in like a little bit of an alcove behind a little bit of a wall. But as you're meandering around, kind of making yourselves at home, he doesn't seem to be too bothered with you. Everything, again, seems pretty large. Peculiar, but not really sure what to make of it.
Okay. This darkness is pretty crazy, is it not?
Yes, about the weather.
Yes, it's very crazy. Yes.
You live
have
here
you-
alone?
Yes, I'm
Good
alone.
question.
Well, I'm not alone now. You're here.
That's fair. That's fair.
Well, thank you for inviting us into your home.
You're
Lovely.
welcome.
Do you have any sort of house guest rules that you would like us to follow?
Yes. Everybody pitches in. In fact, we could probably use some more firewood because I'm getting kind of low, as you can see.
Oh man. Well, that's unfortunate. We actually have to move on. I mean, we just woke up a couple hours ago.
Yeah, I was about to ask if we're really about to sleep here again.
Okay, well,
Can I-
maybe not firewood.
Can I try to speak to him in Goblin, and try and be like, do you know what's going on with the Drow that are outside? That are not, I'm like not right outside, but out there.
He responds in Goblin.
What's a drow? I don't know what you're talking about.
Have you heard any strange? It's still in Goblin. Have you heard any strange sounds? Seen anything strange since the night has been here for a while?
Yes. A lot of strange sound. Just over by the tree. Just there, past the shadows. Maybe we should go check it out.
You mean the big tree?
Big tree. The big tree, yeah, the big tree right there, just past, you're just outside. Yeah. I'll go check it out with one of you. I just heard something just before you all arrived.
Am I
well,
getting any weird fucking vibes from this guy?
Can I insight check this Goblin?
Are you getting weird vibes from me, which is why you're asking that?
100%, yes.
Yeah,
I mean,
insight from
¿por qué no los
Joseph
dos?
right now.
Player to DM insight check.
20 total for my insight.
Bum bum bum. Oh, ow! That's an 8 for my insight check.
Seraia is very aware of the minutia of people's facial expressions.
Listening and looking at him, he seems to be kind of stammery. He's not sure exactly what he's supposed to say. Something is most definitely off. Kind of like you get that little bit of a twinge in the back of your neck. You're not sure what or why.
So, wait, you're telling me first you were concerned about us not letting anything in, now you want to go outside?
But only with one of us?
Well, that way we can keep the light
Hmm.
going.
I mean, if we're staying
Why?
here, I don't mind going if you guys want to chill here.
Why
I
would-
think we should all
we-
go. We need
If
to
one of
keep
us is
moving.
gonna go, we all need to go.
Seraia is just
Uh,
going to sort of slowly make her way around this room, and I'm just looking for any sort of blood stains or any sort of sign of some sort of conflict.
Can I also just like quick look around the room, kind of just slow turn, observe, and see if there's anything like, because being part goblinoid, I would have experienced being near or interacting with some sort of goblins at some point, and or knowing about them from my adventure books. If there's anything that doesn't seem goblin-like for him to have in his house.
Okay. So investigation check from Seraia,
Okay,
and I mean it'd probably be an investigation check as well for you.
Okay.
forget it. 7.
That is a nat 20 for me, sir. That's a 22.
Okay. Soraya, nothing besides the size disparity really jumps out at you. Brian, you're making your way around the kitchen and you go over to where the bed is in the alcove. Excuse me, I'm sorry. And you don't really know what to look for except for maybe little goblinoid type trinkets, cultural things. And you just glance around there from the corner nearby. And these gray, thick wool sheets. You see a very dark pattern on the sheet on the mattress, mostly obscured by the thick wool blanket over it.
Pattern as in like an outline, or pattern as in like a stain?
Like something liquid stained it. There's not much light back there by where the bed is because of the little alcove it's in.
I
Can I
guess
see how big this stain is?
You have to go over to it and pull back the blanket to see.
Oh, okay.
Maybe what you can see is maybe fist sized.
Okay. I will see where the goblin is looking and like kind of see what he's doing before I make any moves.
Okay. He seems to be engaged talking with your other 3 party members if you would like to try and do something on the slick.
Yeah, can I like walk, kind of like pretend like I'm walking around, but try to like pull back the blanket in like a
Sure.
quick motion or something?
Yeah, we'll call it a sleight of hand check.
Cool. I'm not great at those either, but it's fine. Please be good. Oh, yes! 21.
Meanwhile, he's speaking to all 3 of you.
Yes, I wasn't expecting to have visitors, and then it was just one, and I figured to be safest inside, but if there's these drow or whatever you call them, or maybe we should just go look, and then the
Oh.
other
You have
ones
something
can.
stuck in your throat.
Yeah, yes, it's a cold air. Doesn't good. It's not good.
Well, you
Okay.
have a fire burning already. It's actually very much not that cold in here. Have you seen anybody that looks like me around in your time here? Perhaps?
No, I haven't.
You flip back the blanket, Brian, and you see that what was a fist is very much a 3-4 foot pool of mostly dried blood.
Yep. Okay. I'm gonna telepathy to Seraia first. I'm gonna say, Seraia, do not panic. I have to tell the rest of them first. There's dried older blood in the bed, a small pool of it, and then I will.
As you hear this, Seraia, you notice, like, you all of a sudden become. You thought something was off, but now you're in danger mode, and you realize that Bergrax has positioned himself between you three and the door.
Well, I'm
gonna
if
also
you are cold.
You can also telepathy that to Sofiane and Lorelei while they're talking.
If you are cold in this cold air, then perhaps it would be wise for us to go and fetch some firewood for you, sir.
I'm pretty good at finding firewood.
Yes, you stay here where the fire is warm, and we will go and bring you back as much firewood as you could possibly need to get through this long night.
If you also need food, I mean, I'm also relatively good at hunting. I could maybe find you like a rabbit or like a squirrel.
And I'm decent at farming if you want to wait.
Do I notice anything like under the bed, like any limbs or anything sticking out? With like
If
a
you want to try and get down and do that while he's distracted, that's gonna be a stealth check.
Yeah, I was gonna say, can I just like pretend to like fix my shoe or something?
If you're gonna do that, make it a performance check.
Cool, I'm better at performance.
Okay.
Oh no, I'm not.
It was so close to a 19.
So you bend over to pretend like you're lacing your boot, and as you do, your eyes turn to the left, and with the little bit of light that's kind of worming its way around this alcove in the bed, glancing over into the dark underneath, you see a set of eyes, an open mouth, and a decapitated face staring right back at you. It's shocking you. You let out a little bit. And this, Fergrax, turns to you and looks at the rest of you. You're not going anywhere. I need everybody to roll for initiative, please. Let you on the map. Roll for initiative.
Just sleepover.
Yeah, sleepover. What's up, my fellow short person?
Ooh, yeah, that's a hard nope.
All right.
That is a hard nope. That is a no, thank you.
Why am I so bad with initiative?
we got matching initiative.
Oh,
We keep having twin rolls. We keep having twin rolls throughout the party today.
Right. Right. So go on the map for you.
You know what the worst part about this
Activate
is? I know
this.
it's supposed to be like kind of dark and edgier and like witchery status. But I'm picturing it more of like Call of Cthulhu horror status whenever he's describing these images. I'm like, it's so much worse.
Oh god, this room is so small. Soraia's having a panic attack.
Okay. So as the rolls initiative real quick. I didn't do
Where
that.
is he?
Is that where everyone would be?
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
You would be in front of the door, right?
Yeah.
He would.
Yeah.
You're about to see him. So, as he says this, you see his teeth grow into these large hooked fangs. Dark purple fur spreads from his mouth to his eyes, which grow slanted with gray pupils. Massive ears are ridged back. He grows massively in size to this huge, like, dark purple dog wolf thing, except he has 5 fingers and 5 toes, ripped muscles all over his body, and massive quantities of saliva just drooling coming out of his
You
mouth.
wanted to have a sleepover with a Tasmanian devil?
I will say
I
again.
thought he was short.
Ah!
Sofiane, you have the initiative. What are you going to do?
Gonna look around awkwardly, like, yes, we gotta do this. And summon his echo right there.
It's huge!
All right.
How did it get in?
And is there space under here?
You could climb underneath there, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna do this like and move the stool in front of me.
All right.
But also the shadow's going to attack.
Okay, sure.
I'm like, it'd be a lot easier if I had the axe of badassery.
True, it would. It would be very different.
18 to hit for 6 damage, hopefully.
Let's see, 18 does hit for 6 damage.
Mm-hmm.
You got it.
It's just gonna be like.
All right. So, anything else, Sofiane? Sofiane? Oh, okay. So Echo slashes out. It tears to the back right above the rib cage near the spine. You see this yellowish greenish blood ooze out and start dripping onto the floor around it.
Yum.
It is this creature's turn.
Oh, fun.
So
you
you
guys.
see.
If I surge in here, we're all fucking dead.
You see it turns to Brian since you whelped. It looks at you and snarls. In Goblin, no less.
If you help me, we can eat them together and I'll let you live.
I need you to give me a wisdom saving throw.
Don't eat
But
me!
I have advantage on those.
It's true.
Click. Damn it.
Oh,
Five.
God.
That was a
no,
2
he
and a
charmed.
5 for all of you guys in chat.
Charmed me, didn't he?
Give me 1 second here.
Oh god.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Ryan, I got a lot of conflicted feelings about this.
Y'all, I'm gonna be honest, I don't have a lot of like attack spells though, so it's just
That's
like
good.
weapons, so I think we're okay, because I miss a lot of the time anyway.
Alright, so yes, it essentially charmed you.
Yeah.
It was actually more of a suggestion. So you are compelled to help it. And it turns to face the Echo and it sniffs the air, and it turns to face you three, Seraia, Lorelei, and Sofiane. Let me make sure there's nothing else I can do real quick. I don't think there is. Don't need that. Don't need that. Okay, no.
There was good and bad to speaking goblin to it.
You see, it shifts and puts one of these massive 5-fingered paws and its back leg up on the table next to it. It's kind of cockeyed, staring at you and snarling, blocking the door entirely. Brian, you're up. What are you gonna do?
Okay, I have a acting performance clarification question.
Sure.
So for this suggestion, am I aware of what I'm doing, or am I just completely zone zombied out and I don't know what I'm doing and I'm just doing what it tells me?
For the time, until you complete the course of action, which basically is help it in some way, you feel like, yeah, that sounds like a good idea. I'm going to do that. And then once you
Okay.
complete the course of action, it can very much be a, what the fuck did I do? Yeah, sure.
Like Jessica Jones, basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shit. Okay, then I have to roleplay it as such. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm going to try and who would this be best on? I'm going to try and cast blindness and deafness on Seraia.
Okay. I'll let y'all resolve that, obviously.
What's the
Go
save on
ahead.
that?
Constitution.
Oh, there's no fucking way. 12?
You are now blind.
Love that. Thank you.
What's the duration? Does it require concentration? And when do they get to remake their save?
It is not concentration.
Okay.
Oh, wait. It does not say concentration. Duration
Correct.
is 1 minute.
Okay.
And they, at the end of each of its turn, the target can make another Constitution save to end it.
Got it.
And then I will. The thing doesn't look injured, right?
Yeah,
Or
there's
does?
that single gash from the dagger, and you have helped it, so you are
Okay.
no longer under the effects of suggestion. The rest
Cool.
of your turn is to do what you will with it.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna just like kind of sit and what the fuck? And then I will
Good move, Brian.
I will hold my crossbow out at it and aim it towards it. What the hell did you just do to me?
It has blinding powers.
I'm not sure what it's like. And then that will be my turn.
You got it. Lorelai, you're up.
Okay, I'm gonna go brown bear.
Okay.
Goodness, big ass.
Yep, I'm gonna
Sorry,
go
But
brown.
you,
Just feel. Alright, just get shoved up against the wall with fur.
Lorelai follows suit. The table gets knocked out of the way as a massive bear paw comes slamming down.
And I want to move in front of it. Over
All
there.
right, best you can get is there.
Okay, and then I'm going to multi-attack it.
Go for it.
Okay, let's see. So for the bite.
The creature.
Oh,
moved away.
that is the nat 20 to hit.
Nice. Yeah, it moved a little bit, Sofiane.
So, how do I do the damage? Is it just double the damage?
Well, let's see if it did it for you. So one of them is maxed out, and the other one is rolled.
Okay.
I'm sorry. No. That's my other campaign. I'm so sorry. No, it's normal critical rolls, but then we have the effect.
So that's double the dice. plus
Yeah,
only
double
one.
the dice.
Double the dice. Okay, so that is
Correct.
1d8 plus 4. So let me roll another d8. So that was 7. And then critical. Oh, it did it for me. It did 11, and then it rolled another die, so the other critical was 5. So that's a total of 16 damage for the first hit.
16 damage. You got it. Let me calculate that real quick. All right, let me roll.
Oh,
on
wait,
the
wait. No, that's wrong.
Okay.
It was a 7 for the regular d8, and then it rolled it again and got 5 for the piercing for the critical. Yes. Okay, so it's a total
Okay.
of 11 damage. Yes.
Okay, so subtract 4, you said?
Yes,
I
subtract.
think. Got it.
I read it wrong. And then I'm
No
going
worries.
to claw it. Ooh, that one was good too.
Giving it a bear claw.
So that's a 13 damage.
1 second. Your first roll was a 26 to hit. What was your roll
Yes.
this time?
25.
Okay, beautiful. Yeah, the first one was a critical. What am I saying? So yeah, that's a hit. And how much damage?
For the second one, it was 13.
13.
So that's a total of 24.
All right. Do some quick math in
both.
my head. And the second one was how much? I'm sorry. 13?
Yes, 13.
All right. Doing all this. Okay, cool. So you charge over 5 feet. Wham! Massive paw comes across, breaks across. You slam his head into the side of the wooden wall and kind of knock him loose a little bit and then clamp down with your jaws. Your claws and your teeth have a very hard time penetrating its thick hide.
Ooh.
But it is under the effects of the confusion spell for 1 round because of your critical.
Ooh, nice.
Nice.
All right. So, anything else, Lorelai?
Nope, that's it.
Seraia, you are blind. You are up. What are you gonna do?
I am just going to calm myself a bit and aim my crossbow where I last saw the monster, and
Okay.
I will just hope that I hit and I'll shoot
All right.
with disadvantage, I assume.
Yep.
Yay. 9.
9 does not penetrate its hide.
Can someone help me, please? I'll end my turn and make another save.
You shot
got
him.
it.
You're fine.
Nope, I'm still blind.
So blind. All right. Crossbow bolt flies out. boom, like the tip barely sticks in its shoulder, and it kind of falls out a moment later as Seraia is still trying to shake off the effects. Sofiane, you're up.
Shadow will move over here. And give a knifey attack.
Go for it.
Knifey attack. 17 to hit
17 hits.
for 8 damage.
All right.
That's it for me.
All right. Dagger comes across. It's like nicking it. It's like a slow bleed. You're not getting through this hide very well.
Eventually.
Eventually. All right. It is the creature's turn. I need to roll a d10 to see what's going to do because of confusion. Oh, that was a d8. D10. It's despite the crossbow bolt and the dagger attack, it seems to be kind of out of sorts. Its eyes are flashing wildly. It's shaking its head left to right, and then it finally kind of comes and locks onto this massive bear in front of it. Its brows furrow, and its mouth opens wide to begin to attack. But that's its turn. Brian, you're up again.
Oh boy. Okay. I am going to try and shoot a crossbow bolt at it.
Go for it. That's going to be half cover.
Because
minus
of
2.
The bear?
Because both these things are in your way, in front of it. Yeah. Lorelei.
like the weird-
Lorelai's
Lorelai's
not there. That's right. I'll move Lorelei to the other corner. Lorelai's not there. Clear shot. Go for it. So sorry.
Cool. I'm
Token
like, this is
vision's
a
a bitch.
bookcase? Oh,
Yeah.
nope. That's a nope. That's a hard nope. Cool. Well, that's a hard nope. I will, Yep. So shooketh by the bullshittery that just happened in Goblin. Brian was not able to hit and was very confused as he reloads his crossbow and waits his turn for another shot.
You got it. Lorelei, you're up.
Okay, I'm gonna multi-attack it again.
Go for it. Claws and bite. Go.
Yes. All right, that is
Lorelei,
a
please.
24 to hit for
Multi-attack.
10 damage.
24 hits for 10 damage. You got it.
Super effective.
And then
Unfortunately
I'm gonna
not.
attack it with my claws. And that is a 25 to hit for 10 damage.
Y'all are rolling good. Nice. That's very useful right now. All right. So once again, clamping down, not making much headway, but you're taking some life out.
I'm just gonna roar in its face, basically.
Okay, it returns the favor. Seraia, you're up.
But in Goblin.
Yeah, that's right. Actually, this is a really weird guttural
I was gonna shoot
language.
again.
Okay.
12?
Doesn't penetrate.
Ah! And then... Oh, a 19. I think I'm not blind anymore.
Yeah, it was a 13,
yes.
so you're good.
Oh, Jesus. The gods.
You got it. Okay.
My turn.
Yep. Sofiane, you're up.
All right. I mean, if it ain't broke, don't wait. Oh yeah, don't fix it.
Don't wait.
Don't wait. Another dagger slash. Ka-chow! For 6 damage.
You got it.
Whoop, whoop.
All right. So, a fight of 1,000 cuts. All these little tears. A little more yellowish green blood is eking out from all over its body. It seems to be in relatively decent shape still.
Pain. Bad.
Anything else, Sofiane?
So I have a question. I have my halfling trait says I can move through the square of any creature larger than me. Theoretically, if next turn I take the disengage action, can I just go through him?
Yeah. Right? Makes sense to me. Unless I'm missing something because I'm kind of tired.
Yeah, I don't know. All right, yeah, that's it for me then.
I remember
gonna
we-
start moving away
That's
then.
fine. We use modified rules too, so you can try and push your way or roll your way through an enemy creature space, but it'll trigger a special opportunity attack that doesn't consume their reaction.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so
FYI.
I just moved, so that's it for my turn.
Okay. You kind of dart between Seraia and Lorelei bare legs and all sorts of other stuff. Right. So it is going to be focused on this massive bear in front of it. It is going to lash out and attempt to bite you.
Okay.
Oh, it's not working. Roll d20. There's going to be a 20, natural 20.
Okay, that hits, I guess.
Rolled like garbage. So that's going to be 14 damage.
Okay.
14 piercing damage. And roll on the crit table. Alright, it clamped onto your leg, so not matters much in this fight, but your movement speed is cut to half for the next turn.
Okay.
And what else? Nothing else for now. Alright, Brian, you're up.
Okay, I am going to. You know what? Let me see. No. Where's my? That's the thing I want to do. Let's see. I want to. Okay, I can do both. Neat, nifty. I'm going to go ahead and try to vicious mockery. It's behind in Goblin because it was a butt nugget.
Okay, you got it.
It is a wisdom saving throw of 13.
Alright. It rolled a 9.
Ha! It takes 3 points of psychic damage.
Alright.
And I'm going to. I'll say something mean to it. I'll come up with something later because I'm
Okay.
really excited to do this. I'm gonna go ahead and do a bonus action Bardic Inspiration on Sofiane. So for Sofiane's next attack, he gets an extra D6 for your to hit.
There you go.
And then that will be my turn.
Alright. And it has disadvantage on its next attack roll because of Vicious Mockery. Lorelei, you're up.
I'm gonna do it again.
Go for it.
Multi-attack. Okay. Oh, that's not as good. That's gonna be a 14 to hit.
14 does not hit.
Okay, I'm gonna try to use my claws. Maybe. Maybe. I think that's a 20. Yeah, 20 to hit
20 hits.
for 13 slashing damage.
Alright, you got it. Anything else?
That's gonna be it since my leg hurts really bad.
Alright. This massive canine fiendish creature and this huge Lorelei brown bear are going at it toe to toe, fur flying, claws, teeth. It's ridiculous. You're up, Seraia.
I'll say, the bear's a good guy, right? And I will jump onto the desk and wedge myself in the corner and fire a crossbow bolt at the bad guy.
Go for it.
14 misses, right?
14 does not hit.
Damn it! That is my whole ass turn. Yeah, that's it. That's it.
Alright, you got it. Sofiane,
Oh wait.
what's up?
Does Vicious Mockery mean that the next attack has advantage?
No, I'm pretty sure its next attack has a disadvantage.
Disadvantage. Okay.
Correct? Yeah, double check that, but I'm pretty sure that's how it works.
Vicious Mockery.
Yeah, it says it has disadvantage on the next attack roll it makes.
Yeah.
Okay. Just double checking.
I'm gonna yell out, Seraia, where's that lightning magic now?
Bonus action fire at him.
Free reaction, go for it.
Oh no.
So, the bardic inspiration. Do I do that before the roll or after?
You do that. Well, technically, I guess you would do that before DM.
I'm
since
pretty
it
sure you
rolls
can
with
do it after you see the roll, but before you know the result.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
is this just like a standard bardic inspiration? Because then he can add the d6 to any d20 roll he wants in the next 10 minutes.
Yeah, it's a standard one. It's not
Yeah.
a special one.
Oh, I will add the d6.
Okay, go for it.
Hopefully, amazing.
Are you sure you will though?
Hey!
But even adding a 6 cuts you to 14.
Oh damn!
Not enough.
Got that
Yeah,
6 though.
I'm cooler. So. Yeah, see. All right, so I will continue to move around over here now. That's it for me.
All right. Let's see.
I have a. Can I ask a movement question really quick?
Sure.
You can move through party members normally, right? It's just
As
other
long as they
enemies?
allow you to, and
Okay.
it's difficult terrain. With enemies, I allow y'all to try and move through them, but it's difficult terrain, and they get a special opportunity attack to either hit you or try to grapple you or something else.
That's fine. Because
So
Sofiane has this thing where if it's like bigger than him, but I'm technically smaller than him.
Correct. Yeah, you can always try and stop them if you don't want them to move past you for some reason.
What are you
In which case it would be treated like a hostile creature for those purposes.
Yeah, no, it's fine. I was just
Okay.
curious.
You got it. So you see Lorelei lunge out towards this creature and snap down, and as she does so, it disappears entirely, and her jaws snap shut in thin air.
We won.
Cool.
Or is it just invisible?
Brian, you're up.
I'm gonna go ahead and cast Fairy Fire in the area that it was in.
Okay.
Just like here. No, well, not there, but like over in this area, the corner where it was.
Like that?
Yeah.
You got it.
And so if it is there still, then it will light up and glow.
Do we all have to make that save?
Every creature.
What kind of save is it?
It is a dexterity save throw.
Dex. Okay.
I'm fired.
That's 11.
You also fail because it was a 13.
13. Okay.
Yeah. Each object in a 20-foot cube within the range, outline blue, green, violet. So the bear and Seraia are outlined in a very pretty violet light.
So taxons have advantage.
Correct.
Any creature in the area
Love
when it has the spell cast, blah blah blah.
And Sofiane's echo is as well because it's an object.
Yeah, and
Oh,
you also project dim light for in a 10-foot radius.
It is just super bright in here right now.
This is concentration for up to 1 minute. And if that creature is still there, then they would also be lit up and outlined.
Correct. If they fail the dexterity saving throw.
Fuck, that's true.
Brown, are we on the same team?
Wait, did you roll for it though? If
No.
it was there? Okay, then I'm assuming it's not there because you haven't rolled for it.
I mean, assumptions are useful things sometimes. All right. Anything else, Brian?
I'm gonna. I guess not.
Nope.
No. I guess that's it. I'll still have my crossbow up and say well, there's a chance that it would be lit up if it was still there, so maybe it just disappeared. And then
Yep.
that's my turn.
All right. Lorelei, you're up.
Okay, I'm going to, seeing that it disappeared, I'm gonna move into where it was and just slash around as my bear form, see if I can hit something, because I'm confused about where it went.
Go for it.
Mm.
You can't see it, so it would be disadvantage.
Disadvantage? Okay. I will roll it again. That is a 16 to hit.
You slash out. In there.
Okay. I'm going to try to do it again with my claws just to be double sure.
Okay.
That's a fucking natural 20, but it's at disadvantage. Dang it.
Nope.
Oh, okay.
Nothing.
Nope, definitely not. Don't hit anything.
In
Great.
there.
That's awesome. I'm just gonna make angry bear noises.
You got it. Angry bear roaring. Alright, you're up. That's like
is
this
there
chewy.
Is there a window by me at all?
There is. There's one directly to your left. There's windows on almost all of the walls. There's one directly to your left and one kind of behind you to the right.
Okay, would it be possible to spend my action looking through both of them and trying to see if I see any commotion outside?
Sure. Give me a perception check.
Perception.
Check.
Nope.
Oh,
It's a 6. I've
Almost.
been rolling such shit tonight, guys.
almost 18.
Oh, can I, as a bear? Oh, are we? We're still in initiative.
We are.
Initiative.
I don't see him. That's my turn.
Sofiane.
All right, let's go. You and open the door.
Okay.
Have my shadow boy with me.
I don't know. I would leave the shadow boy in the house in case you need to poof back in here. Now you're the only one out there.
Just close the door there. Okay, that's it for me. Yeah. I guess I'll take defensive action.
Okay. You got it.
Oops, I did not mean to press that. Ignore that.
Brown bear's got wisdom.
All right. Anything else, Sofiane?
Nope, that's it.
All right.
No, I don't like that. No, stop.
I'm thinking.
Yeah, I don't like that. Don't do that.
All right. So, Sofiane goes outside. Echo goes behind him. All of you are in there. And then right in front of you, Sofiane, it pops back up and lunges out at you.
Told you.
What's up?
Let's see. So there's no fairy fire on you,
He's
correct?
looking the wrong
Correct.
direction.
Disadvantage because of your dodge action, correct?
Yeah. I mean, my
And-
shadow has fairy fire on him. If he
That
wants.
doesn't matter. And it had disadvantage on its vicious mockery anyway, so it's gonna roll with disadvantage. Let's see. So that is going to lunge out at you. Roll twice for disadvantage. That is going to be a 22 to hit,
Yeah.
At a
Why
disadvantage?
you asking?
and that is going to be a total of 9 piercing damage. And it is going to try to charge away from you around the house, so you get an opportunity attack if you want.
Do it.
Man. It's just like.
You lash out, and it kind of like blinks in and out of this plane as it's charging away from you, as the residual effects of its last activity are wearing off.
Are you?
Brian, you're up.
Do I know if there's a window over in this little
bed area.
There is not. Well, hold on. Make sure. No, there is not. There are on the other 3 walls. Well, the other 2 walls. The 2 next to Seraia and Lorelai's token. The fireplace wall doesn't have one, and the bed doesn't have one.
Okay.
But
Do
you would
we
hear this
hear-
thing. You would hear it running around the outside, tearing up snow right next to the wall.
Okay. I will go ahead and walk up and open the door. Oops. Oh, was it already open?
Yeah, it was already open.
Oh, okay. I will open the door. Does the light of the house really not shine that much outside?
It really doesn't.
Cool.
Just through the windows.
Can I see Sophia? I can see his shadow. It's Echo.
I would say you could barely see him right there.
Okay. I will go. If I can see him, I will go ahead and give him another bardic inspiration. Please use this wisely. And let's see. Actually, do I have? I am at. No, okay, never mind. Yeah, so it's just normal bardic inspiration. And then I'm assuming I can't see it since it ran off.
You cannot see it from your current position, no.
Okay. Then I will move off to the side again, just to let anyone else through who wants to go through.
Okay, you got it. Lorelai, you're up.
Would I have heard them fighting outside?
Yeah, y'all would have heard all this. This is a ruckus.
Okay, I want to move outside.
Okay, so moving through the door costs 10 feet of movement for one of those squares because you're squeezing through, but you can do it.
Okay,
And
and then
you have to end up somewhere that's not in Sofiane, obviously, his occupied space.
okay, and then I want to. I wouldn't know where it went, obviously, so I want to do a perception check with advantage to smell it out.
All right, go ahead and do that.
Okay, I'm just gonna roll it on here. Advantage, and then what is the bear? It gets an extra. Oh, okay. Oh, it didn't roll 2 of them. Okay, I'll roll another one.
Yeah, it's advantage with a +1.
All right, so that's 14 for perception to smell it out.
Sniffy, sniffy.
I would say there is definitely a scent of sulfur and rot coming from
Oh,
the
wait.
right-hand side of the
I was
building.
actually 16 because it's actually a +5 to perception. Not sure if that changes anything.
It really doesn't.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. You do. Well, no, it's a +3 regardless because you're using the bear stats, and it should just be a +3.
Well, it says it's a +3 for wisdom, but then in my skills it says perception +5.
Brown bear on here
Also,
showing +3 for me.
I think with wild shape you keep your mental stats, so it's whatever Lorelai's wisdom is, isn't it?
Oh yeah, my wisdom's +3. That makes sense to me. That's why it says both. Okay.
Either
So
way, we'll
14.
hash it out before next session. So yeah, no, it doesn't change the effect either way. This strong smell of sulfur and rot is coming from the right-hand side of the building. So yeah,
I'll run around.
you can go
As
the other
far
way.
as my, I'd like
All right,
to the
5,
right as far as
15,
my
20.
movement can take me.
All right, well, you'd only get a little bit further this round.
Oh no, I want to go to the right side,
Okay.
like where I smelled it.
I'll say you charged out and you smell it, so you turn to the right, and that'd be double movement through Sofiane Square. So yeah, you're there.
Okay.
All right, Seraia, you're up.
Okay, who smelled
Okay.
it, felt it.
I will try to follow 5, 10, 15, 20 outside. And then I will 25, 30 around this wall. And then I would use my action to move as well. 5, 10. I think that's 10.
You can hold control. I can also make the
Okay,
grid.
okay.
I can also make the grid show up.
Ready. And I think that's all I can move. That's my turn.
Okay. There. I reloaded it, so you should see a grid now.
Thank you.
All right, Sofiane, you're up. You can't see anything.
Yeah,
You
I'm
can
just
light
gonna,
a torch.
Yeah, I'm gonna start lighting up my torch, and
Okay.
move out a little bit. About
Okay.
it. Yeah.
You got it. Creature is going to see something here. You hear this charging around, and you come face to face with Seraia. You hear this guttural sound in your mind.
You really don't want to hurt me, do you?
I need a wisdom saving throw from you.
Here goes nothing. Oof! God damn! My rolls tonight 6.
All right. You are sorry, that'd be with advantage because you're fighting it.
Yeah, I'll just roll another one.
Yep.
8.
So you are charmed by it. You're regarded as a friendly acquaintance,
Got it.
and that
Oh, so I would
lasts
never want to
for up to an hour.
Good. I'll just be moving past now.
Brian, you're up.
Problems. I am blind. Can't see in the dark. I don't have anything super helpful. I will just, since everyone's pretty much out of the way, I will just stand in this doorway holding my crossbow, ready to shoot at anything that moves in front of me because I can't see.
Okay, you got it.
That is my turn. I'm useless. Oh,
Lorelai, you're up.
okay, not Sofiane.
I'm going to.
Well, maybe. I don't know.
I guess I'll keep running around the house
All right.
with my 40 feet of movement.
Go for it.
I can't move the bear.
Oh, that's right. Okay, so I'm sorry. All right, so using 30 feet, you run around the house, one corner, the next corner. You see Seraia looking at this thing, just letting it run past around in the other direction. You still have 10 feet of movement.
Okay. I'll run up to it. Can I get to it from Seraia?
Yeah, you could get there.
Okay, I want to get there and multi attack it again.
You got
No, it's a friend.
I'm just gonna roar. Bear speak. That's a 12 to hit for the bite.
12 does not hit.
And a 20 to hit for the claws.
20's a hit.
Alright, that's 12 slashing damage.
Ooh, the bear
You
was
got
a
it.
bad guy.
Anything else?
Nope, that's gonna be it. Oh, well, I'm gonna use my bonus action to expend a spell slot and heal myself.
Okay, you got it.
So let me roll that real quick. 2 HP, I'll take it.
All right. You got it. Seraia, you're up.
Seeing this bear attack my friends, I will say, Lorelei, if you are in there, the bear has taken over you. You can't think straight. And I will switch out for my daggers, and I will stab the bear.
Shank. Okay.
Ooh,
Natural
maybe
one.
not.
You missed.
Bonus action dagger. I'm rolling such shit tonight. 8.
I imagine that nat one to be like, don't do it, and then like bounces off the bear and like bonks you in the head on the way up.
Run! I'll just say to the monster, run, run! I can't stop her. Run! That's my turn.
Just hugs the bear. Run! Grapple.
You got it. Sofiane, you're up.
So hearing all this commotion down south, I'm gonna start heading over.
You charge around the house and bamf over, bamf out with your echo, and you see Lorelei and this thing once again tearing each other up. Seraia just like pointing a crossbow bolt, shouting at Lorelei.
This is
help
weird.
me.
Yeah, I'm assuming you're going around the corner, right?
Yeah, I'll
Okay.
I'll do the dash action.
Okay.
And I'm like, what are you guys doing? Shenanigans. That's it for me.
All right. Being engaged with Lorelei, it backs off, puts its feet down, and you see the ridges on the back of its spine glow. This silvery, bluish, arcane energy. I need a Constitution saving throw from you, Lorelei.
Okay.
Ew.
Let's see what the bear's thing is.
It's a plus. I have a +3.
Just let it go.
+3. Okay.
We will not let it go.
18.
All right. You see it. The spines glow and its eyes glow, and you feel yourself start to rise up off the ground. And you start clawing and scratching, trying to hold on before you slam back down, and its spines begin to glow even brighter as it tries to lift you off the ground. Brian, you're up.
Are these like windows or they're like
Yes.
open? Okay, I'm gonna.
Now that he is over there, they're glass windows, but you can see this creature and Sofiane and even Seraia and the bear. You can see everything.
Cool, I'm gonna go up to the window. Would you consider an action or a bonus action to break the window open?
If you're just trying to like elbow and smash some glass out, we'll call that a bonus action.
Cool, yeah, I'm gonna elbow smash some glass out.
Go for it.
So that I can try and I'm gonna vicious mockery it again.
Okay, go for it.
That is a wisdom save DC of 13.
Let's see what happens.
Please don't make it.
Rolled a 9.
Ha!
Stop making fun of it.
Eat bear turds, bitch.
It's dumb and ugly, and it should feel bad.
Why can't we all be friends?
Fuck that.
Alright.
Cool. So it takes 3 psychic, and I can see Lorelei, right?
Yeah.
Cool. Can I give my last bardic inspiration to Lorelei?
Sure.
Cool. And Sofiane still has his, so both Lorelei and Sofiane have 1 bardic inspiration.
You
And
got it.
then That will be my turn.
I used mine earlier for that D6.
No, I gave you a second one.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. Hell yeah.
All right, Lorelai.
I'm a multi-attack it again.
Go for
No.
Soraya just so upset. Soraya's
Oh,
having
that
the
is
worst
a
time.
nat 1.
Seraia is really going
But
through
Vicious
it, y'all.
Mockeries. Oh wait, no, it has disadvantage on attacks.
Yeah.
But you can use your bardic inspiration on your thing, your claws.
Yeah, but I got a 4, so I'm not gonna waste it. That's 10 to hit.
That does not hit.
Sad.
Now, instead of being in these tight confines and slashing and trying to get through the hide, it's like shimmering and blinking in and out of existence. Every time you slash at it, it kind of darts another way and then dodges the other way. Really hard to pin this thing down out here in the open. Anything else, Lorelai?
No.
All right, Seraia.
I'm realizing now, Lorelai is verified, yes? So both of those should have been an advantage.
That
in
is true.
retrospect.
Yes, that is
Well,
true.
both of these will be at advantage as I stab her like twice again.
Okay, go for it.
What is wrong with me? 3 and a 5.
Nope.
This is not your night. Not your night at all.
No, it's not meant.
A 12? Does that
That
hit?
hits. That hits the
It-
bear.
Ah, hell
Yep, it does.
yeah. 3 points of piercing.
Yay.
My friend.
It's my puppy.
So Soraia's lashing out at Lorelai. Sofiane, you're up.
All right, time to get serious. Cracks his neck. This thing will move forward over here.
Okay.
I'm gonna move over here.
Okay.
Yeah, let's go for an attack.
Do it.
I'm gonna stab it right in the tookish. Do I try for the bardic inspiration or not? Do I feel inspired? Nah,
To you, my man.
I'll let it. Nah, I'm gonna do it. Go, make it a 6. Crackers.
Rip.
Oh man. Oh well. I'm gonna take an action surge.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. So before that, the Echo is going to attack as well.
Okay, go for it.
It's not going.
No,
with
it's
that.
not.
Yeah. Okay, so action surge, attack again.
Oh,
Die, you dirty
Ooh.
beast.
that was almost a 20.
I know, right? 8 damage.
Wow.
21 to hit. And then my Shadow's going to attack.
Go for it.
Oh my god, that was a 19! Move it, you stupid die! I'm like, crap.
We're having a great night, y'all.
These
It's
dice are
really
not-
something.
Dice are not your friends.
I don't think I've had a single good roll this entire night.
I feel like we need to start taking shots or something. That's how bad it is. This is a drinking game.
But they're not even ones. Like, they're not as satisfying as ones. They're like 3s and 4s.
It's true, but it's all of our rolls.
You got anything else, Sofiane?
Oh, that's it. That's all I
All right. Give me another con save, Lorelai.
Another one.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you get.
Where is
You
my
still have
bear?
your inspiration you could use.
And it's just a d6 to add to it.
Yeah.
Let's see what this is. Oh yeah, I'll add that. Thanks. Give me something good. Awesome.
Nice.
18.
18?
Yep.
Alright, you raise up again. You suppress the effects of the spell, summoning all your energy to do so, and then the ridge on its back faintly dims and then goes out. It snarls and looks at you, and looks at Seraia, and looks at Sofiane.
Hold on to me, friend. We're going for a ride.
To you, Seraia.
Oh my gosh.
Let's go.
Brian, you're
That's
up.
not crazy.
I'm. I am going to. Shit. Well, it's gonna disappear again. I don't know where it's taking Sir. I'm gonna try blinding it.
Okay.
Please give me a con save. Where is my thing? There it is.
On save is a 18.
Damn it! Sorry's a goner. Sorry, y'all. And then I'll just scream at Seraia. Seraia, what are you doing?
What are you doing?
It's trying to eat us. Don't go with it.
It is misunderstood. You don't get it.
No. Pretty sure I'm the one that saw the body and the head under the bed. I'm pretty sure I get it.
He is on a redemption arc.
Lorelai, you're up. What are you gonna do?
Okay, I heard what it said to Seraia, right?
That was telepathically. I'm sorry.
Oh, that was telepathically.
Oh.
So sorry.
Okay. I'm just
Ew.
going to.
Well, you know what? No, Brian reacted to it, so we'll say you heard it. Yeah, it's spoken in common. Sure.
Okay.
That was my mistake.
Then, upon hearing that, since I heard it, I'm going to bonus action drop my wild shape,
Okay.
and I'm
Grapple
going to
Seraia.
moonbeam it.
Ooh.
Okay.
Get it.
Let's see.
Question.
Moonbeam. Yes.
Since Lorelai is shifting from a large creature to a medium creature and is
Mhm.
therefore moving out of my melee range, can I attack of opportunity her?
Well, we can do this one of two ways. We can let Lorelai pick the position she would down shape into, or we can roll a d4 to see which one of the 4 squares she's in.
That's up
What do you want to do?
I
Lorelai,
was-
what do you
I
wanna
was
do?
assuming I would be standing right next to Seraia whenever I changed back.
Okay.
That's cool.
Cool.
So yeah, I'm gonna.
Seraia just wants to hit
moonbeam.
something.
Yeah.
For
Let
once
me
in
roll
my
more.
life.
I want to roll more.
So that
Listen,
is
I've had one fight tonight, guys.
that is a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. 5-foot radius, 40-foot high. You got it. Con saving throw. 9.
It's a 13.
Whew.
So
go.
when a
Gotta be one
creature
of us.
starts its turn there or enters a spell's area for the first time, it's engulfed in ghostly flames, and a shape changer makes its saving throw with disadvantage as well. If it fails, it instantly reverts to its original form and can't assume a different form until it leaves the spell's light.
Okay.
And it takes 10 radiant damage.
2d10.
Oh man, what if this is its
Or is that what you
original
rolled?
form?
I
You
rolled
10?
10,
Okay.
yeah.
All right. You got it.
No!
All right. Seraia, you're up.
Stop hurting my friend! 2 more dagger attacks with advantage.
All right. So this
After friend.
this arcane light flares up from around this thing, and it's looking around and looking at you for help. You see Lorelai casting this. This spell is active, so if you do damage, she's going to have to make a concentration check.
Absolutely.
Okay.
That's the whole point. There we go, 19! 5 points of piercing damage to you, traitor!
So it's a DC 10 concentration check, Lorelai, which is a Constitution saving throw.
17.
Okay.
Alright, bonus action.
Oh no.
17! 3 points of piercing damage. Or technically, actually, it should only be 2 points of piercing damage, actually.
Yeah,
So bonus action.
correct.
Okay.
Yeah,
Nice.
17.
Nice, nice.
I did my best. And I will just like counter slightly to get a little bit closer to my bestie.
It's okay. We'll make it.
Sofiane, you're up.
Hey, Seraia, god damn it. Over here and grapple Seraia.
Yes. Do the thing.
Go for it. So athletics
Oh
check.
my god!
Oh!
Halfling! You goddamn halfling!
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Lucky
That was a natural 1 followed by a 22, everybody. So is that versus my athletics or acrobatics?
Correct. Why the advantage though?
Oh, with
He's a half-
halflings, whenever I roll
Halfling.
a 1, I get
Oh.
to
Okay. You're really quiet again, Mitch, by the way.
Yeah, it's a 15 for me. I'm grappled.
Okay. You are grappled. You got it.
grapples.
No.
No, grapple is
It's
not an
just a
attack.
regular action, though.
And that's all.
It's like a special type of attack action.
Yep, that's it for me. It's like.
All right.
Can I ask a technical question real quick?
Go for it.
I think I know what you're gonna say, but for Sofiane's nat ones, because he re-rolls them,
Mm-hmm.
would I not count them towards my chapters?
That's
because
correct.
they were re-rolled? Okay.
That's correct. It's like they never happened.
Okay, cool.
All right. So, Lorelei drops wild shape form. This massive column of silvery light extends up and around, penetrating the interior of this thing. Its skin begins to glow. It kind of peel back a little bit. It looks over to Seraia. Seraia lashes out at Lorelei, causing blood, taking damage. Lorelei is maintaining concentration. Sofiane runs around, grabs onto Seraia, trying to pull away. You see it look over at Seraia. Its thick purplish lips snarl back into a menacing grin. Let's go.
Okay.
They both disappear in arcane light. And that's where we're going to end tonight's session at.
Oh my!
What the fuck?
Y'all, can we just recap Soraia's night? Seraia passed the fuck out first thing in the morning, and woke up, walked, and then only fought her friends. Not once doing a single point of damage to the bad guy.
John had to out on that big axe.
That's true.
My gosh. You know what? Possibly on the bright side, Seraia won't need therapy because Seraia will be eaten.
Raya is dinner.
Dinner.
I can't express how much Seraia already needs therapy.
Oh, you know what? Let me real quick roll that 2d10 radiant damage before I forget that. It started its turn. That was 16 damage.
Get wrecked, scrub.
Yeah, it's dead. Ah.
15 damage. Everything still happened the same way, though.
Damn.
Ooh.
Excuse me. Okay, so thank you everybody for joining us. I'm going to queue up the ending soon screen and the credits to thank all of our amazing people who followed and subscribed and all that great stuff tonight, and our moderators. It is very, very much appreciated. If you're enjoying the show and you haven't done so yet, please feel free to follow and subscribe. While you're doing that, I am going to go over to Twitch to find somebody to raid. And our players are going to talk about something that they liked about tonight's session. So, players, go ahead.
I really liked Seraia being unconscious and then finally getting to be awake again and then getting fucking kidnapped.
Well, hold on. First off, I was blinded, and then I kept missing, and then I was fighting my friends, and then I was kidnapped. I
Yeah.
hate this forest, man. Seraia hates this forest.
We all do.
But I actually did like that whole unconscious bit, because I just got to watch the show. That was fun.
Got to see what
Nice.
your party members would do with your unconscious body.
Yeah. And I feel like Lorelei really stepped up as, like, a leader with only 3 people in the party.
I'm the daycare worker.
Yeah.
This was my job before, just with animals. Nothing's changed.
I used to be a zookeeper, now I'm a people keeper.
Keeping them from getting killed, that's my job.
Scolding them whenever they go and try to take axes from dead things.
Yeah, Lorelai.
I think my favorite thing was this encounter, like that, like up until like meeting, like coming into the house and meeting this big ass goblin. I just think like the whole scene was like so good, and then finding the head underneath the bed.
It
Oh,
was
yeah.
real
Oh,
horror
man.
movie shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
it
part was creepy.
This was some Hansel and Gretel type shit. Like I was ready
I
to
also
throw
love-
down.
I love that Seraia was specifically looking for bloodstains and found nothing, and then Ryan was like, "Hey, look, a bloodstain."
There's a whole entire decapitated head under this
Yeah.
bed and we missed it.
Yeah. No, that description though, I imagine like freaking like Call of Cthulhu, just like bulging eyes and like jaw like broken open, kind of creepy shit. I'm
I
gonna
was
have
like,
to
"We
watch
can
some
handle a
effects.
goblin. We can't handle a fucking like were demon."
Yeah, whatever that was.
Yeah.
All short people just have that power locked within them.
Right.
Maybe I should have been a spider and webbed it in place.
Maybe I should have rolled better.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, if we all rolled better, that would have made the whole experience.
Yeah.
It was actually an easy encounter. We just
Yeah, just could not roll anything.
Or, like-
The dice were not with us today.
It had like,
Not at
what if
all.
I only had like 50 HP and we were like doing like 2 per round?
Alright.
So I would put my dice in dice jail if they weren't digital dice.
Yeah, we're using
Well, see,
Foundry.
But see, that's what you do in Foundry. You just change the theme of them. It's like brand new dice.
Yeah.
And change from my ice dice. Are you kidding?
Well, I
I'm
mean,
Seraia.
Pink dice. My favorite moment was the Ice Giants General. It's just so beautiful and tempting me with such an exquisite piece
Yeah,
of
that axe is crazy, dude.
axe. Like,
That was so good.
I bet the axe would have cut this thing right in half.
I know.
Yeah.
Like, after this, every time we fight the Drow, we'll be like, this could have been a lot easier if we had a giant axe.
And
I
then
mean,
we
listen,
get there and
Seraia doesn't think so, but Sammy is like, let's go back and get that axe, dude.
Yeah, same. Brian's like, nah, F that.
Like, remember
but
last time we
far, it's
fought
like-
those Drow? It wasn't even close.
Yeah, but that's when we get to this castle and the ice giants are on their side. And we're like, oh, fuck. We should have taken the axe.
I mean,
Yeah.
if they have ice giants on their side, with all the Drow that we've already seen, one axe is not going to do shit. We're already dead.
Well, that axe was it, alright? That was the beginning of something beautiful. That was Thor's hammer.
Sofiane's new arc for that entire campaign is to get back to that axe.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna go back. Get that axe.
So real quick, before I forget, you're all level 4 now.
Hey, roll some hit dice.
Yeah, go for it. And we'll do that, and then I'll jump over to stream ending, roll the credits, and we will raid Twitch Slays D&D. We'll do the whole leveling up thing. You guys can do that offline, obviously, but I'm interested to see what your hit points are.
Yeah, let me roll a d6 here. 3. Keeping me in barely double digits. All right. To a whopping 16 hit points.
Do we add our constitution modifier to the hit dice?
Yes.
Deep does that for you. So if you just add it to your rolled HP, it should add your con mod automatically.
And yes, that's correct.
Ooh, 7.
Oh.
Ability score improvement. What am I gonna do?
Oh yeah, 10.
Nice,
Oh
nice.
God.
Maxed out.
Which one is my what is my hit dice? I can't find it.
If
If
you're
you-
a bard, I'm pretty sure bards are 8s.
An 8, right?
Well,
Yeah.
If you go to the class page and go to manage HP, it should tell you what your hit dice are. Like I currently have 4d6, and that means a d6 is my hit die.
Got it. Okay, yeah, 8. That is an 8. Roll. That is a 6. Nice.
Not bad. Not bad.
Oh, I got a cantrip and a spell.
Take.
Soraya hates that.
All right, everybody. Thank y'all for joining us tonight. Again, follow, sub, be amazing. We have YouTube for all the archive videos so you can catch up. Or if you can't see us live, you can watch it there. This upcoming Friday, Odyssey of the Dragon Lords at 8 p.m. Central. Very different flair, very different feel. Totally different group of characters. So please join us then for Friday night if you had nothing else going on, which everything's kind of locked down. So, you know, maybe you don't.
What else?
And yeah, right? Come join us. It's great. And then Discord. If you haven't joined the Discord yet, please do that. It's really cool. We talk throughout the week and you can ask the players and me whatever questions you want, or just enjoy a TTRPG community of fans of FableForge. So that'd be awesome. We're going to jump over to stream ending screen. I'll roll the credits and start the raid. Make sure you raid. Please spread the love. Twitch Slays D&D. And tell them you're from FableForge and we love them. We love everybody. Until next time, you guys take care of yourselves. Love yourselves. Love each other. Bye, everybody.
Bye.